Like, well, I guess I'm here now.
Good luck tomorrow.
I'm
It's
looking
gonna kick your
forward to it.
ass.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's gonna come to your address and take your money.
That's true. It's gonna just mug you.
When is GDC this year? I'm assuming this month.
Next week.
Next
Next
week.
week.
Okay.
Or I guess this coming week.
Oh yeah, because today is Saturday, but
Yeah.
Semantics.
Yeah.
I did have my business cards come in, so that's
Nice.
pretty cool.
I got my new ones last week, so I'm excited. Cause mine's old one still said student, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not right.
gotta get rid of that. Now they can just say unemployed.
PIKMIN, breathe. Ah,
my favorite map.
Is it?
Yeah, I like the tropical area. The music's
kill
so
the
chill.
watermelon.
The watermelon. I don't. Is this the area that has the sand boss?
Yes.
It is. Man, I hate this boss.
But you love the area.
I love the area a lot, and also I really like what they did with the watermelon because it's so fucking enormous.
It's broken up into like 7 pieces or something.
Do you have to gather them?
Yeah, you do.
That's sick. I don't know about you guys. Well, actually, I certainly don't know about Zach, but I don't know about you, Jesse, but it's raining real hard where I am right now.
It was sprinkling a little bit earlier.
Nice.
I need more rocks. I was informed by an independent party that if I'm not focusing on rock and then a later Pikmin, then I'm a fool.
Then you're not game.
It's true.
Because they
That is
added
true.
they added 2 new types of Pikmin to this game, and apparently they're bullshit. And like I like, and I guess I kind of get it. I just never really thought of it prior.
Kick the ass.
Rocks.
I hope that you guys have a good time at GDC. I want to hear all about it when you come back. Except if Grant, if you do get like any sort of prospects, give me a little bit of time to mute myself before you go into it. so that way I can let out my emotions before, like, because you know, obviously I'll be genuinely happy for you, but also I'll want to die.
I completely understand, and I'm not expecting much, but I just wanna, you know,
I just want to experience it.
network.
What the
I want to
fuck is this
experience, and I
thing?
want to network.
It's an orange. Oh no, it's a clementine.
Clementine.
Have you not seen a citrus with those weird lumps on top?
No, I don't think I have.
I've seen those on oranges before.
Did you know there's a difference between a mandarin, a tangerine, and a tangerine and a clementine?
Yeah, they're all different citrus fruits with different names.
Yeah.
They just look the same and taste the same and aren't the same.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're all
What is a
orange?
clementine?
It's the protagonist of Walking Dead season whatever.
Oh, okay.
Bomb rocks.
Are the yellow ones the ones that are supposed to hold those?
Oh
Never
no, they
mind.
changed it. They
Oh,
changed it in
God.
this game.
Oh,
All
so
of
now
them
anybody
them
can
now.
hold the bomb rocks?
Yeah.
He's revolting. It's a mutiny.
I got a rock.
This rock will go in my collection.
Oh, and Saba's here. Hello, Saba.
The gang's all here.
So,
It's a
Jesse,
rock. You can whistle them back.
Jesse,
They don't just drop them like in Pikmin 1, and then you destroy all of them.
Oh my god.
Jesse, what GDC pass do you have?
I have standard Expo pass.
Okay.
Same.
Because I was hoping that somebody, because obviously I can't afford to go, but I was really hoping that somebody could be my eyes and ears to the
Summit pass?
Well, no, well, I don't think it. I think it's the workshop pass is the one that I'm concerned with because it's the Frickin', what was it called? It was the workshop that I wouldn't shut the fuck up about. You remember what it was called, Grant?
No.
It was like
You're
the
awfully close to those rocks.
It's fine.
Oh god.
Oh
Well,
god.
Zach, I'll buy it and then I'll just like Discord call you through the entire thing, video call.
Well, you got to make sure that
wrong guy.
that he's getting, that Zach is seeing everything really important. So bring like a really big camera and like a bunch of really like large computer towers.
Like a boom mic.
Yeah, hire some. I'm sure that the people attending will definitely think that's cool and awesome of you.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
blue
they'll
recording
think-
Oh my god, did I
camera.
just lose a bunch of...
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
he's-
because they got smashed by the rock.
Yeah, but listen, it takes a second to get through this, all right?
It takes a
Sure,
second
just send
for
up
them
your
to all
rocks.
die.
If you send up your rocks, they wouldn't die from that.
Is that true?
Do they not die?
Yes,
Rock?
they're immune to smash damage.
Yeah, and this
I
is
did
what you
not
have
know
to do.
that.
Match damage. It's a very good. I mean, I would like to be immune to smash damage.
Oh.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Who wouldn't want to be immune to
This is the giant
smash
camera.
damage?
This is the giant
Yeah.
camera you should bring.
That's what I'll be bringing and being
Oh,
like,
the
hey,
kumquat.
don't worry.
It's the kumquat.
You're
Is
telling
that what
me
it's called?
what?
Octopuff
Yes.
in kumquat.
What the fuck you call me?
You're telling me a quat did what?
Yeah, this quad did
That
what?
quad did what? you can't just say things like that. We're a polite company.
Or family-friendly stream.
So does Green Guy have special powers of being slightly larger than the other two?
I believe they all have exactly the same powers. It's just the fact that there's three
Oh.
of them.
Okay.
It's the fact that Charlie's the captain.
Charlie's his name?
Charlie's the captain.
Charlie the chaplain.
Oh, Charlie the Chapel.
Orange Bulborb.
Pray to him.
The chapel of Charlie.
Oh,
However you want to do that.
Why?
Because the orange boys shake off like easily.
Oh, it'll be fine. If I have enough Pikmin smashing him in the head, he'll die before he can do that.
you're Zap Brannigan from Futurama, where he's like, you see, the Killbots had a kill limit, so I said wave of men
wave after
them
wave of men.
until they reached their kill limit and exploded.
Once again, I'm really glad that like Futurama's coming back, because it's just like jokes like that just make me crack up to this day. Because it's just like, it's obviously not like a subtle joke, but it's just like the fact that like earlier that sentence he was like earlier that sentence he was like, and there were 10,000 killbots and each one had a kill limit, and it's like, what the fuck?
Of like a million.
It's like, holy shit, dude.
So I said wave of men after them.
It's
I
so
think that-
Like the first episode was Zap Brannigan, I think.
I think that arena with the yellow fence is a BD Longlegs fight.
that's the big
what?
spider looking thing.
It's a giant spider.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
about to say
Lawrence.
it's awful.
It's
Wait,
a
we
giant
kind of
spider.
already saw one in the previous map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind, Lawrence.
Yeah, we were gonna send Lawrence into the video game to fight it if it was a spider.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
using
Lawrence, you're up.
using our
giant
extreme technology.
Lawrence, go!
Yeah.
You're
And
our
then we
only
beam
hope.
Lawrence. Then we beam Lawrence into the video game with our technology.
But he's like the size of a Pikmin.
Get in there.
Yeah. You know, it would be cheating if he was normal sized.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck is that crab
Broken.
doing?
The crab!
Oh my god, what's
No!
that
The
little crab
Wollywog.
doing? Call him back.
Dude, there's a lot of just crap
The
here.
Wollywog.
There's a lot of crab.
There's a lot of crab here. All Pikmin can dig holes.
And
True.
you too can.
What the fuck? Get the fuck away from me.
What fruit is that? Is that the apple? Oh no, it's a
It's a
Lemon.
lemon. It's a lemon.
lemon.
I mean, you son of a
Lemon.
bitch.
Lemon.
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 There's no way that I finished the bridge already, so they're just carrying all this stuff to right before the bridge.
I think they're all stuck.
Well, they're all stuck because there's no bridge.
Build a bridge.
But I don't know.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know where to finish the bridge from.
Build a bridge workshop.
I thought they're stuck behind a wall.
Oh, here?
Oh, it's my favorite place to go as a kid.
Look at these
Oh, it
people.
is a bridge.
Build a bridge workshop.
Oh.
There's just so many. Oh. Oh, no, that's where the spider is. Actually, I probably got to kill this spider
the
at some
spider.
point, huh?
Kill him.
There we go. Get in there.
You
Get in there, gentlemen. All right.
Gentlemen.
Today's the day that we die.
You give them the whole William Wallace speech.
Oh, this one's dead. Just crush them to death.
Yo, what the frog doing though?
You bounce.
hanging.
Can they swim?
Wallywog.
Oh, I guess they can.
Most Pikmin cannot swim.
Oh, well.
Hey, man.
Teach them how to swim.
Hey, man. Come
Isn't it
out. Oh, my
specifically
God.
only one type of pigment that can swim?
Yes,
I want you to
and
take a
you
wild
get that
guess.
one
What
last.
color? What color do you think? What color do you think the
Oh, you're
Pikmin
gonna
that
get
can
the blue
swim
one
is?
last?
Yeah, you get the blue one last in this game.
It's important.
Oh, that's weird. That would have, because that's one of the 3 like original Pikmin. I would have thought they would introduce the newer Pikmin last.
Well,
Is there a
in
green
Pikmin 1,
Pikmin?
blue was last also, so
Is there a green Pikmin?
no.
No.
That's kind of
There
weird,
should
isn't
be.
it?
Although, it was, like, sort of teased in, like, the Pikmin 1 ending, but
There should
in
be a
the
green
Pikmin-
Pikmin.
in the Pikmin 1 ending, you see, like, a bunch of random color onions, like, flying away in the true
Oh.
ending.
Right. Oh, and this is bombs. That's probably
Oh, no.
useful. Oh my god. All right, everybody, get over here. Dude, there's
Look,
so
the
much
grapes.
food that I can't collect. All right, get in there.
There they go.
Dude, look how much. There's
my
so much
dude got a
left of the
mad
bridge, dude.
What will you
I feel
do?
like I did this out of order or something.
That's fine.
Oh, they're digging up parts of the bridge now.
It's fine.
I thought it would be bombs so I could get this thing.
I mean, they are taking the bridge parts. They're just going all the way around.
They're
Fucking
taking the scenic route.
damn. Damn it. I'm such a fool.
Tropical wilds.
I could kill you, but that would take a while. Bridge pieces. Oh, there's this thing. I remember this thing. I should really finish that bridge though.
Yeah, don't bother with that puzzle yet. I feel like that puzzle will take a
Holy
good
shit.
chunk of time.
I vaguely remember it being annoying.
Oh, well, what the fuck is that?
We saw those in the last map.
Slug.
No!
Did we? You're a fool, you buffoon.
Such a.
Slug.
He's gonna lick them.
Plug my nuts.
Slug my nuts. Oh, I lost one.
Why do you
Alright.
say like Barack Obama?
Slug my nuts.
Oh,
I stand here
what's-
before you today. Please slug my nuts. It's my favorite
What if
Pokemon.
he said that? What if he said that during a speech?
did.
Avocado.
Approval ratings would soar up through the roof. Unimaginably
Oh,
so.
it's the star fruit. That's what you get up
Yes.
there. I remember that. Dude, I love the star fruit. So pretty.
But does it
Where
love you?
am I going? It's just fucking.
They're going to the bridge.
But that's not.
Oh.
This isn't the end of the bridge, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, it's a
Could
second.
be.
Oh, this is the end of the bridge. Come on. Where's the last guy?
You guys want
He's
to
a
know
leaf boy.
an exciting development in my life?
What's that?
You're pregnant.
Because I now have a job, and because my older brother has a job, and his mom has a job, we're all moving.
Oh, shit.
Next month, and we're gonna be moving about half a mile from where I live right now.
Well, that's still cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I don't. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be moving into a new place because we've been here for too long, and now our income is actually too high because I have a job now.
Hey,
Even though that seems preposterous, but whatever. My
Hey,
job
Lawrence.
does not pay that well, I don't think.
Hey, Lawrence.
Hey.
Did you just
Yes.
use the Obama voice generator to have Barack Obama, former president of the United States, say "slug my nuts"?
No, not slug my nuts.
Yeah, he would never
Ridiculous.
say that. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
That's insane. That's insanity.
Sanity.
Mommy milk.
Ridiculous.
when they go around, or are they just stuck
There's
behind
no,
this
just,
wall?
I don't know where the bombs are, dude. Just come on,
Okay,
everybody.
okay,
Just pick up your crap.
Yeah.
We're taking it home.
Little cringe.
Oh, the great.
I don't have any more Pikmin. Oh, I do have Pikmin. Never mind.
Kind of cringe.
That should be enough, I think.
I like just the enormous like chain. Like, can I see them across? Like, look at them going across the map. It's just an enormous chain of people. It wasn't even enough. There were 2 left.
Oh, you fool!
I can't listen to the audio, but I trust you, Lawrence. I trust that it's hilarious as fuck. Oh, I don't even have to walk there. I can just, yeah. Ah,
Yes. Multi-manage.
Yeah.
that's a good point. I forgot that everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
still
forgot.
over here.
I forgot that these two have just been standing here.
Alf's been staring at a wall.
Brittany's been staring at a different wall.
Well, there's
Yeah.
some boys. You can use that to get the grape.
Alf's been reminiscing about his brief stint in Smash.
Good times.
Remember when that was a thing? They made Alf an
Stint
Echo
in
Fighter.
Smash was my favorite
Not even
presidential
Echo,
president.
Echo Fighter, it's just an
candidate.
alternate costume.
Oh yeah.
Grape, 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 grape. It's just so many grapes.
Man, I played Smash and I was like, that's a fun game that anyone can enjoy, I think.
And then you were
I
wrong.
think. And then you played Elden Ring, and you're like,
And I played
"Man."
Elden Ring and I was like, this is depressing and I feel worse for it.
Yeah,
Man.
FromSoft.
Saffron.
Oh, that sounds. It sounds like Zekrom.
Saffron.
What was I say? This is the new Pokemon Grape Legendary.
Pokemon Grape.
Grape flavor?
Pokemon grapes?
Oh,
Which
Pokemon
Pokemon,
grape
is
lady
grape
balls?
flavored?
is grape flavored.
Oh, they got
Cherrim?
pieces.
Wait, shit. I was about to say Cherrim and I was like, wait a second.
It's a cherry.
Cherrim's purple, but then I realized, wait, hang
Oh, I know.
on.
I was thinking cherry.
Hey, on one gosh darn
Okay.
second.
I mean,
Critical thinking.
Sharon's also yellow.
I
I was
bet
gonna
Muck-
say, because I was just thinking of this, the outer appearance, right? Look, that's purple as shit, but then you realize the namesake of Cherrim.
I think Muck. Muck is grape flavored.
I don't think Muck's
Well, that's your opinion. You're
I think
wrong.
Muck, you know what, Grant? I think Muck is lean flavored.
It's only
I think
lean
fucking
Pokemon.
lean flavored.
You know, they put lean
Yo,
in
Garbodor,
Pokemon.
Rocky Road.
Oh, God.
What a bold thing
People-
to say on
People
this.
be doing Pokemon tier lists. Let's do a tier list based on how edible they are.
Yes.
I have a video that I
so-
can show you that talks about
Well,
that.
literally all the fruit are like top tier.
Oh, absolutely. I think Magikarp's high up there.
No, they literally have
Literally
that was the
not, and you
I
know
was like,
that.
that's literally a plot point of the show where James is like, you know, good for eating even, and then he fucking breaks his teeth on a
Well,
Magikarp.
because he hasn't been prepared.
Oh, that's true.
He was like dreaming and fantasizing about like a whole
Is that
like
what
fillet
Scar's
of
song was
Magikarp.
all about?
Okay, so here's my bit about Magikarp.
Prepared.
I assume that much like the elegant sunfish in real life, a Magikarp is not worth the caloric energy it takes to eat a Magikarp.
Have you ever seen a picture of a sunfish when like a shark took a bite out of it or whatever?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
scary.
And it's
su-
alive.
it's such a nightmarish entity because the sunfish obviously they don't really have facial expressions, but it looks like it doesn't even understand that it's missing.
Yeah, I mean, it looks oblivious.
It looks oblivious to the nature of its own demise, you know?
I mean,
It looks like it sustained a grievous wound and does not care.
its whole point is just to be big and hard to eat.
But then it didn't even do that right. Because
It's just
still
mad
flat.
chilling.
It's like eating a sea pizza.
It's like eating a sea taco. You gotta turn it over to the side to eat it.
I believe sea turtles developed a survival strategy against a shark where it turns itself vertically.
So that way the shark tries to bite it and it just kind of bops them.
That is
Yeah.
I've seen a video of that maneuver before.
The maneuver.
Yeah.
It was one of those nature documentaries where it was like, but the sea turtle has a cutting trick up its sleeve, and it turns sideways slowly, and the shark's like,
And the shark's like, what could I possibly do against this?
and like, shit, I'm defeated, I guess.
Sideways maneuver.
I guess I'm defeated. See you later, guy.
It cuts to like an anime shark going like, oh, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
The face wrinkler.
It wrinkles your face.
God, this juice is so good. I did actually get myself a little bit of juice for today's stream.
Is that a kiwi in the background?
What?
This?
No,
I don't know
it's
what this
kumquat.
is.
Oh.
Kumquat.
Oh,
I've
and
never
you made
eaten kumquat.
you made the quat joke.
Listen, I've never had a kumquat before.
It's
Have you had a?
Have you never figured out how?
I know
sorta
what you're gonna
like
say.
a
I know
persimmon.
what you were gonna say.
Something else before, Grant, but not a kumquat.
I would describe it similar to a persimmon.
There was
I've
this
never
guy in
had a
Hawaii that I
persimmon.
knew.
The kumquat doesn't taste like
Zach hasn't had
persimmon.
many things. I think we need
I
to
thought you were going to say something else, Grant. Like, kumquat doesn't taste.
I'm so sorry, Safa.
It doesn't taste like persimmon. Persimmon's
taste
way
like-
better.
It tastes like
You know,
persimmon.
Pizza.
No pizza fruit?
Pizza fruit.
It's just a little apple-shaped fruit with like red dots on it.
That'd be sick.
Why don't we do more stuff like that? Like if we're doing like horticultural, like bioengineering stuff, why don't we have more fruits that just taste like not fruit? Because I like the taste of fruit, don't get me wrong, but there are some fruits where I'm like, I'm getting kind of tired of this. I wish that this apple tasted like a steak.
I wish I had Ep.2.
I think it's just because no one trusts it.
The meat apple?
Meat. I mean, isn't that kind of like sausage? Like you could make anything into sausage.
Sausage is a category rather than it being a thing, yeah. It's like a
Yeah.
sandwich. So are you saying apple should be a category and not a thing?
Yeah.
I agree. I concur.
Oh, the mystery signal.
If you're low on juice, prioritize finding fruit. I
Pull out
have
your
literally
scope.
20 days worth of food.
Yeah, but
I'll be fine.
you know, when you think about it, this whole point of the expedition is to find like food for your planet. So
And then at
like,
the end of the game, you come back with like enough to feed like 50 people for a day.
it's like, man,
A hero of the cause.
Are you gonna fight the spider?
Oh, good idea.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
Do you ever design a character and you're like,
Have you ever
okay,
designed a character?
this character design is pretty good. I like how it looks. And then you actually have to go and try to draw them in a more serious setting and or over and over again. And you're like, man, why the fuck did I draw this character like this? This is a nightmare.
Why did I draw them like an eldritch horror?
Why do I have to draw them like Eldritch Horror? That's what happens whenever I draw a character with weird proportions.
Oh.
just give them no proportions.
You get no proportions.
So just nothing. No character.
Fuck it. Nothing.
Hang on. Oh man.
wish I had done that yesterday. All right, I don't remember how to fight this thing.
You angle onto the legs. I mean, you walk
Holy
onto the
shit! Did it
legs
just
and
kill
then
a bunch
climb.
of my Pikmin?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they won't stop.
Stop it.
What are you guys doing? Please. There's so many dead already.
It's a war zone.
You did this.
The rocks, they just walk off.
You did this to me!
Man. I don't like spiders, but what shampoo and conditioner does this
This
one
thing
use?
used.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Shaggy long
Honestly.
legs.
Come on, gentlemen! Today we fight!
Call
Oh my
your
god,
rocks
there's so
back.
many. Please, everybody
Man.
return. I know a lot of you have already died, but I can't really help you with that. Wait,
I
is he
know all of
going
you
over
died,
the
but it's
thing?
a risk I
He
am willing to
can
make.
go outside the arena. It is possible for him to go outside the arena.
There he goes.
And then you have to like go all the way around.
Sayonara.
No, come on, keep going.
You're throwing
All of
rocks.
All of his knees are no longer fuzzy. Hello, come on. Okay, let's go around. Oh my god, people. Oh, there's another
Fraud.
bomb wall, dude.
Oh no.
Get the bombs.
Now I gotta go all the way around this fucking thing. Hello, I have returned. I threw it at the
there's
wrong
that
thing.
Return, give me your soul.
Your soul.
Your soul.
Your soul is mine.
Your soul is mine. Come on, people. Yes. Yes.
No, he's bald.
He's mine.
Oh.
Oh, ball, ball.
Just kill him.
Nice.
Oh,
I
he
thought
had
that
a
was the funniest shit in the SpongeBob movie. The ball, ball, ball.
oh.
So you got a kiwi?
I got a kiwi.
There's a hole.
Da-da-da-da.
I would like to propose a
Declined.
topic. Okay.
Damn. You hate to see it happen.
You're already pregnant. I can't marry you.
No. Oh, hey, there's the bombs you needed.
Moms?
So, I'd like to
wait,
pose my
no!
topic again.
Yes.
So that guy
she's fine.
just
Okay,
died.
Nazi.
No.
No, he's dead.
Okay,
Casualty
I know
of
this is
war.
super random, but tomorrow is actually the Persian New Year. So today
Oh.
I was tasked with painting eggs. 'Cause, you know, I do.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the person who does that.
The
So last
Easter
year,
egg.
kind of similarly. Last year I tried doing like stars and fish, but okay, I had like no prep for that. I'm gonna tell you, I thought it sucked. Okay, but this year I like did a bunch of kind of more arbitrary random stuff, but I am super proud, so I'm going to be sharing what they look like, and I'll be
Sick.
sending them.
Me and Lawrence will be
guys-
judging you severely for no reason.
Oh, I
You
see
stupid.
tiger.
That's fun.
I do it with I did it with like these little like kind of little
I see
pens.
rice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
is there
Egg pens.
is there Persian astrology? Is that a thing? Is it different?
I don't think that exists in terms of like this is more like a holiday thing. I don't think like astrology's mixed in with this kind of stuff. It's more like symbolism through objects, I guess. But anywho, I was proud. That tiger is really good.
It is.
Tiger.
I am pretty happy
It's
with that.
hard drawing on eggs.
Bro,
It is
yeah.
because they're ovoid surfaces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I was excited because I was like, last year, even though it was like fish and stars, which seems easy, nah, fam, that was bad. This time, I just went really random stuff, but I'm way prouder. Rice.
That looks real
is
good.
rice.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was just like, that. I mean, that's why I'm not gonna be here tomorrow because it's New Year's.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
So yeah. But yes,
Happy
eggs.
early New Year. Early
Thank you.
Persian New Year.
I was just excited.
They look great.
Yeah.
I think you need to use yellows for this, Zach,
Why?
Yellow.
because you can throw them higher.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's their whole
Holy
thing. Is
shit,
they're
you're
light.
super right. I didn't know that.
When do you get the flying Pikmin?
Next area.
Spoilers.
Unpicked.
Flying Pikmin?
They're pink.
Exactly, spoilers.
I didn't know people didn't know this game.
They pretty fly.
Too
I have
heavy.
not played or seen
I
games.
was gonna say, I also haven't played this game. I just know they exist from Smash Bros.
Yeah, I know they exist too, because when you throw them at like
The pink
individuals with Olimar,
Avocado.
like the red one causes little fire damage.
I was saying, the pink one is his new recovery ever since Smash 4.
I haven't seen that, but also I don't play Olimar ever, so you know,
No one blames you.
Oh,
yeah.
There's
Don't
never
worry,
been a
Zava,
less
no one else does.
thing than Palomar, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm glad at least you're aware.
star fruit.
Star fruit.
Smash.
Yo. Get the juice.
But even after all
Ba-da-da-da.
these, you know, years of like the Earth, like millions of years later, these fruits are still perfectly the same as they were hundreds of millions of
Yeah,
years ago.
despite all the animals being all fucked up and weird, the fruit are largely the same. That is a good point.
That's still in the shape of a star.
They're survival specialists.
Mad tasty.
All right, get over here. We're going back to the ship
Okay.
because I feel like I have a lot of Pikmin out in the field right now. Like I have 94. I have no idea where any of them are.
I feel like
Yeah.
most of them are at the ship now.
You think so?
MIA.
Let's see. And I only lost 4 or I only lost 6 Pikmin to the spider? I don't think that's right. Oh, that's why. Because these ones count. There we go.
I mean, I think you also brought in a smaller group against the spider.
Where are you guys?
That's such a cool feature that they added in this version.
What, the
can just-
ability to just tell all the Pikmin to come back?
Yeah.
I was watching videos on like the how the music in this game works and stuff, which was like neat in and of itself.
Yes.
But then in the recommended section, there was a video where the guy was talking about how they upgraded the AI that the Pikmin use in this. So now the Pikmin, while not exactly smart per se, they don't just like run into water and die all the time, which apparently was like a problem in the first game.
It
They
was.
have like the minimum amount of like survivability, at least.
Yeah.
Competence.
In the first game, the Pikmin were so dumb that even if you leave them alone, there's a small chance of them going like, I'm just gonna run this way for no reason. And then they get themselves into trouble.
They just
Bunch of
decided to go
lads.
ape
So what's
shit.
the like science behind like them blooming flowers and like the leaves?
Because they're plants, aren't they?
Pretty.
Yeah, is it
That-
just progression of time? Of you
It's the progression of their maturity level.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know how flower or plants will mature and then bloom? It's like that, but with Pikmin.
Okay.
Thankfully, I don't think the game's scope ever has you see the rotting phase.
Ugh.
Usually
I mean,
they
it's
turn
nice. It
into a
looks
ghost
like
before then.
It's like a little
Exactly.
bouquet's running after you.
Hell yeah,
Boom.
that's lovely.
I got the
Eardrums.
motherfucking butterfly.
Sorry, butterfly, you're dead now.
The butterflies
Yes,
are
indeed.
worth like a decent amount of Pikmin.
Okay.
Everything
like-
on this earth, I apologize, but if you're harvestable for in order
For
to
the
create
purposes of
Pikmin, you will be
Pikmin,
sacrificed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
it's
want,
for an
I want a
achievement, we'll
version.
do it.
I want a
Achievement,
version of
it's
this
fine.
Pikmin game
Yeah.
where you take it
A
to its
throwback.
logical extreme.
Yeah.
It's like Katamari, but with Pikmin, where you just turn entire like civilizations into Pikmin.
Okay, I would like to propose my topic a third time.
No.
Okay.
I haven't declined yet.
Go ahead.
So I want to postulate on the components of cleanliness, which I argue are organization and I guess what would be the specific opposite of filthiness?
Hygiene.
So I guess
The fig.
yeah, hygiene. So I guess yeah, sanitation is a good one. So I wanted to ask, which do you guys value more? A place being organized but like stains on places or whatever, or a place having no stains but being cluttered and messy?
No stains.
100% sanitation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I tend to
organization
agree, right?
is important, but not nearly as important as like
You can't
not
sacrifice
having
sanitation.
I don't care how neat and I don't care how neatly folded all your underwear in your drawer is if they're all covered in shit stains.
I was gonna say, because like stains and like puddles, I think those take so much precedent over words, and I think there's definitely something of like
I think there's a thing back there, Zach.
Where over here?
I do think that like there's
On
a
that
component
ledge,
of like
you have to throw your cactus onto it.
Oh, you think so? Okay, sorry.
when kids are told to clean their rooms, I feel like 9 10 out of 10 they don't do the sanitation part, they just do the clutter part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
I don't know.
what's easy.
I would go so far as to say that I don't personally really value organization at all, as long as you know where things are, or you're not like you're able to move in a space. I think that's organized enough.
Yeah.
And you don't feel
Personally.
gross in it.
Well, the gross part is the hygiene part, right? That's the part where like
Yeah, I
there's no
guess.
stains or puddles or
Yeah.
crust,
Rust. Oh no.
right? Yeah. Anyway,
Yo, new
I just want to. Oh, dripping surfaces. Yeah, that's definitely part of sanitation too, I think.
Oh, yes.
I don't think that's what you're talking about, but
Moist surfaces.
How
moist surfaces.
What?
if you go to a new place and there is dust like on almost every surface, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is that in your opinion?
How much dust are we? Is it talking like caked on, or is
Not
it like
not like
just a-
super thick, but if you
generous
run your
amount?
finger across the surface, it leaves like a line.
What's the context of this space? Am I visiting it? Is
This
it
is
the
like
place
this
I'm
is
going
like
to live?
this is like
or-
somebody's house,
Okay, and I'm visiting the house, presumably.
more or less. It could be in whatever context you want in terms of that, but yeah, you're visiting somebody's house.
Okay, I
On a
put on my
scale of
COVID
1 to
mask.
10, Yes.
That's
I
true.
put my COVID mask in my inventory.
All if you want to do
I
that.
enter battle stance.
Oh, I'll probably need water, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon battle music starts playing.
That's pretty bad, but also I'm only visiting, so I don't really care that much.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
And dust doesn't collect on surfaces that are used, so like as long as I'm not resting my chin on windowsills or
would-
shelves, I feel like
You would hope that it doesn't collect on surfaces that are used.
I mean, I use my desk all the time, and the bottom and sides of it and the back of it, pretty dusty, but the surface, no dust at all.
Once again, this is probably because I live like right next to like a botanical garden, but like I use this desk literally all day, every day, and it is caked in dust.
Oh no.
Wow.
It is enormously dusty in this area.
Oh,
Get in
right,
there.
Brittany could get a data file.
Is the surface of your desk lined with Velcro?
No, no, it is not.
Okay.
Brittany has a data file she can get.
Brittany has a date to go. Get out! Hurry up with this. Get over
Oh,
it.
Brittany, the character.
Oh my God.
For whatever
Yeah.
reason, I thought you meant the old dean of students from Coxwell.
No.
No, he
No.
meant Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Ooh. What does this do?
There's no other Britney other than
Bit?
In the
Britney
world.
Spears.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Britney,
Just
bitch.
her. It's it's Britney, bitch. Oh my god.
Did
I
that
don't
just
know why
increase my
I-
health? What did that do?
Durability.
Oh, it's just a health upgrade. How nice.
Very optional.
You said Brittany can do something, but she's like here.
There's
Oh,
a thing
because
in
she
the
doesn't.
water.
Because she doesn't have Pikmin. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
It's like the upgrades in Mega Man X.
I'm gonna bring you over to Charlie. Oh, Charlie was just sitting down. He's like, oh, I'm so old.
Oh god.
I'm so old. Okay.
Lord.
Can I kill this guy with like 2 red Pikmin? Probably
With
not.
bomb rocks.
If you're
I want to save the
true
bomb rocks,
gamer.
probably. I don't know what I don't know what's on the map that I could blow up. There's probably something.
There's a wall back there that you
back
can blow
where? Back where?
up. Where
That's
you
nice.
exited. Oh, where you exited with Alf.
Exited with Alf, which was like here.
Also, you skipped the fruit with Alf.
I did?
Yeah, it was next to the fire slug.
Oh, right here. Well, that would take it by the fire thing, and I didn't want them to die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Oh, there's a thing right here. What's in there? Right around this way.
Pikmin.
Components of cleanliness. I like to think that there's more than 2 components to cleanliness, but I could be wrong about that. Because I'm trying to think of like a third or more, and I can't really think of any at the moment.
You're welcome to postulate them, but those are the only 2 I could think of when I was in the shower.
Oh, I have to
Dust.
come out of it.
Organization. and
Everyone
sanity.
hates dust.
I do hate dust. What is the worst
hate
type
dust.
of like, and we're not talking about like shit stains or anything, but like what's the worst type of like untidiness in your opinion?
Dust.
Untidiness. I think if we're not talking about we're talking about tidiness organization. I would say things in the way of movements. So things that either block you from walking or make it so when you move your arms, you risk knocking stuff over.
So like piles of clothes in the middle of a room or something.
Yeah, or things cluttered at the edges of a table.
That makes sense.
I think those are really, really annoying, and I don't like I'd like to be able to move without being that conscious of my body.
Gotta say,
Do I need to
sticky
bring Charlie back?
surfaces.
I might.
What was that, Grant?
I said I'd say sticky surfaces.
Sticky
Oh,
surfaces
easy, doesn't
is
it?
a sin.
Oh,
That
yeah.
that should be the 10th circle of hell, is like having a home that has sticky surfaces.
How do you guys feel about when your fingers get sticky?
Wash
They
your
don't.
hands.
If my fingers would get sticky, I have already licked them clean.
He's cut them.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Zach, there are things that make your fingers sticky that aren't edible.
Like what? Name one.
Glue.
Glue is edible.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
Dave's eaten plenty of glue.
Listen, if you can't eat super glue, it's just because you haven't tried hard enough.
Yo, tape.
What, like a double-sided tape that's just on your
That's
thing?
fruit by the foot, baby.
I'm about to say that's just industrial fruit by the foot.
I mean, you also have paint. There's paint.
That's paint, asshole.
That's pain. Damn, this juice banging, yo.
yeah.
Yo, that's Clorox.
Oh, yeah.
Clorox doesn't make your fingers sticky.
Tide Pods do.
Laundry detergent, Zach. That's a common one for me whenever I do laundry.
And it gets your fingers sticky?
Yeah, detergent.
I guess I use Tide Pods, so I can't remember.
Oh,
Eat the Tide Pods.
iPod Zach.
I'm not eating the Tide Pod.
Consume Tide Pods.
Consume Tide Pod.
I will say, that is one of the things that with the shelf that we keep our detergent on, just because, and I don't fully understand how this happens, because like, we pour the detergent out, right? We put the cap back on, we close the river. I don't understand how this, like,
It
3
leaks out?
feet. Yeah, right? Like a foot within the surface of where I risk detergent gets sticky on the shelf.
Oh, look at all this fucking...
Yes.
I don't understand how that
Look at the
happens.
texture.
I have no idea.
But it happens, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I think detergent shouldn't do that. We should get a petition going.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
You know what
that
kind of detergent doesn't do that?
Avocado.
Pods.
Tide Pods. Listen, we're talking about laundry, not snacks, okay?
Yeah.
They do look
Come on
really
now.
good.
Man.
Stellar Extrusion.
That's the name of my band.
Stellar Extrusion.
Yeah.
That's the name of my.
That's the move I make when I'm 3D modeling.
I was gonna say that was a 3D modeling class when they were trying to teach you to do the spaceship room. Extrude.
Select all vertexes in the scene, duplicate, and extrude.
Extrude vertices. Extrude the vertices.
God, I wish I could extrude
Delectable
vertices.
bouquet.
I would just make my
I only had a
table.
wasp in
If I could extrude vertices, I would make my table like 1.5 feet longer, and that'd be great.
It's just like super thin, but
That would
like,
actually be because Grant and I
Is
made a
that
joke
super dense?
before about like, wouldn't it be funny if you had the ability to fly, but it wasn't actually flight; it was literally just taking your y-axis and just dragging you up into the air,
Yeah.
and then moving z-axis.
and then moving z-axis to like actually go around the environment. Yeah. You can only do one or the other at a time. You can't do both. But the but now that you're mentioning it, that would be another really interesting superpower. The ability to just like be able to interact with and manipulate the invisible vertexes that exist within the real world. That'd be kind of fucked.
You can make a lot of spiky objects.
Yeah. You get extrude a lot of vertices.
I'm gonna if I was like secretly trying to like kill somebody and I had that power, I'd be like, all right, let's play catch. And then as I go to throw it, I take a single one of the million vertexes that are on it and I pull it out really far and then go, ah! And then I push it right back and they're like, I don't know, how'd that happen?
You turn everything into a monofilament.
What if you are like getting mugged and then all of a sudden you just like pull a pen out and you just extrude the end vertices?
Isn't that just
through them?
Starfinger?
Yeah.
It's just Starfinger. Zoom finger!
Zoom punch.
That's the Struder right there.
Yeah.
You like
You'd
how
be. Oh, God.
A really
go on.
worthless version of that superpower would be the one that instead of being able to manipulate vertices, it was just to create loops, like edge loops on an object.
oh no.
It doesn't actually do anything, but it just makes them feel uncomfortable.
It just makes the world run slightly slower.
I'm gonna say, if you do that enough times, you might overheat your computer. Or the whole computer.
Bunch
It'll
of
crash
edge
the
loops through your
computer.
dick.
It was like, man, why does Snake have millions of polygons all of a sudden?
Yeah, like news cameras, like we've found a snake that when people look at it, they become slow and lethargic.
No, they don't become slow and lethargic. They jitter, they glitch out, where they're just like standing there and they're like, hey, what's up with this snake?
And then they crash.
And then they crash. would that just be the equivalent of someone dying?
No, they would live.
Oh,
They would live.
Yeah,
They
it'd be a,
could.
it'd be a
Oh yeah,
horrible
that's true.
comment.
Because the
You have
crash
your
doesn't
save
necessarily kill the computer.
They need a hard
Just
reset.
reload to the previous save state.
the previous. I don't think everyone has that power. I don't.
They should.
Loading
They
to
should.
previous
Fuck
loading
up
to
that we
previous
don't.
save in the context
Yeah.
of the real world is actually quite nightmarish. Because as Adrian just agreed, most people can't save on a regular basis. So it's like reloading from last save is like the beginning of the project. So suddenly you're an infant again.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally.
Reset.
Was my knowledge.
the hard reset.
I don't think you have any red Pikmin, do you?
You got some. That's like
I
one.
got like
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like one.
no. I got like a bunch. See,
He's
there's like
the
a bunch in
chosen
there.
one.
They're just
Where?
completely surrounded by the much more useful Pikmin.
The rocks.
Rocks.
Hey, to be fair, Red used to be the main groups of fighters that would kill things and lift things.
It's the plum.
How the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty fall power creep, am I right?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, because purple's
Rubber banding.
completely like like
Infallible.
outclass like their existence.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm you, but better.
Yeah.
And then they removed them in this game. And
Wait,
they're only
purple's not in this game?
purples are only in an extra mode in this game.
Wow.
The purple and white
extra.
Pikmin are only in the extra mode.
Well, now isn't it just the rock guys? Aren't they stronger?
They have caveats though, because they don't like attach to an enemy. They kind of just bonk on them.
Oh. Grab on.
There we go. This seems really good.
So
Grab on these and
Lords, I was trying to wait for someone to say it organically.
Okay.
There's a
so
wall.
We got all this. What is this wall?
that's a wall that you can break.
I can? Oh, is
Yeah.
it just a sand wall? I must have just missed
Yes.
it.
You can just use a bomb rock though.
Nah, I'm already here. We have like 100 Pikmin. We gotta use them for something. Or else why am I paying them?
You're
You're not paying them
bring
anything.
them.
I'm paying them
Grant.
with the privilege of working for me.
oh my god.
Pay with exposure.
Did you,
To radiation.
Did you see the Batman with Robert Pattinson, Grant?
I did. Are you looking through banter ideas?
Yeah, I'm scrolling down the list.
I did. Has anyone else seen it?
No.
No.
Bug.
Planning to.
All right, cool.
So just have fun monologuing.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Mangosteen.
as a movie, I thought it was great. It was very enjoyable. No spoilers.
How dare you spoil the movie existed?
You say it's good.
I didn't know
man.
it was real.
I know.
Imaginary.
There's a fruit at
gaslighting
the
me.
end of this puzzle.
There's a what?
There's a fruit.
Oh,
I would
saw-
hope
have to,
so.
like-
That's what this whole game's about. But yes, you were saying about the Batmans.
Yeah. As a movie, it's very good.
Can I cut to the
As
chase
a
and just
very-
ask about Catwoman?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Yes?
Yeah, she does a great job. Zoe Kravitz is amazing.
I'm very happy to hear that.
As a very hardcore Batman fan, it was almost everything I've ever wanted in a Batman film.
Really?
I loved it.
Does he kill people?
No, that's
Does
why
he
it's
use
great.
guns?
That's really nice.
No, I fucking hate Zack Snyder so much.
Hey, man.
Yeah. You heard me. So when are we getting Zack Snyder on Obo Stream?
I wouldn't even invite him on a stream if I could.
It would be the Zach versus Zach stream.
Yeah, the Zack versus Zack podcast.
and a lot of people would argue that he would win by default because he's a millionaire and I'm unemployed.
Fuck Zack Snyder, dude. I hate what he's done with DC Universe.
I hate what he did with the Ninja Turtles.
I hate we did this
That's true.
curtains over here in this room. It's atrocious. No feng shui whatsoever.
Honestly, pretty cringe. But yeah, so I would highly recommend it because I don't know if anyone's super into Batman, but it is just a fun, enjoyable
really,
movie. Well, it's not
really-
fun. It's an enjoyable movie.
I really hope that it comes out on like streaming because I still really don't want to go to a theater. Like
That's
like
fair.
obviously the COVID pandemic had like a big influence on this, but like now that I have gone an extended period of time without being in a theater, as soon as I walk into a theater, all I can think of is like, man, everything here is sticky and stinks. And there was probably like 40 people that sat in this chair before I did today. So gross.
That's
When
fair.
theaters started opening up again, it was pretty clean to the theaters I went to.
I was
Yeah,
just
but then
happy
people
'cause there was,
forgot
like,
how to fucking act.
that
You know?
too. I was just happy because there was like 8 of us in the entire theater, and we all sat very far away from each other.
Oh, that
Yo.
sounds excellent. Oh my god.
Well, I really hope that Batman comes.
Honestly, he
Have you
deserves
seen
it.
Catgirl? Catwoman?
Catwoman.
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay, I want to side tangent real quick and ask: does it infuriate anyone else that there are Pokemon in Smash Ultimate who do not have any one of their alt colors being their shiny form?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I like Pikachu's alts a lot.
Yeah,
feel
but I mean,
like it
some
better
of those
than
are
Shiny.
outfits. Like Pikachu
They have-
specifically
Yeah.
has alternate outfits.
They have 8
Yeah.
fucking slots. One of them can be devoted to the shiny.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but then how many
I
of
do
those
like
shinies would
Pikachu's.
just be like green?
Well, not a lot actually.
Out of the Pokemon, well, I was gonna say that's why these are the main like playable Pokemon, not the fucking Pokeball like background guy.
Desaturated or slightly more saturated?
You
What's
want
Lucario?
a more orange Pikachu?
Lucario literally has a palette that's just his palette, but slightly more saturated.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It has to do with Pokemon having iron grip, like
Over the throat of Nintendo.
yeah.
The
But
throat goat of
Lucario shiny
Nintendo.
is pretty cool, and it's very distinctly different from his normal colors
Oh,
in
you get
the
purple
game.
Lucario.
I was gonna say, why the fuck are all these other cars in the game when you don't have shiny Lucario? I say this because I've been learning to play Lucario recently.
You get Pikachu
Mario's
hat.
Are we
I
getting
think
close to a
that's
beach,
better.
Zach?
We're getting close to a boss.
Sick.
There's a cell phone.
Yo.
That's lasted millions of years.
It's
Yeah, it still
actually
has battery.
it's funny because it's just like a better version of the previous cell phone that we got in the last boss fight.
Is it a flip phone?
It's
Yeah,
a
this one's
phone.
like a Razer flip phone.
Well, I mean,
to
flip
this was a
phones have come
Nokia.
back to a certain degree, so who knows?
The folding shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
They put bomb rocks in this version? Crazy.
Did they not in the Wii U?
I don't think so.
Well, then how would you
Damn.
take care of the boss? You need to throw bomb rocks into his gob.
Take care of business.
Gob.
You didn't have to, I think. Actually, did they have the bomb rocks in the Wii U version? They might
I
have.
think you, because I don't know how you would have done it otherwise, other than just filling him full of fucking Pikmin.
Oh, I remembered that you could just use your rocks and you'll just pop them up. Like
People just pop off. Yeah.
Just fucking pop off, dude.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Here we go. That's all
Popped off.
100. We are now ready to begin this boss fight.
Wait, did you put the bomb over there?
I like all the little sound effects.
Fighting the Sarlacc pit.
Look at this shit.
Oh,
the lips.
Damn.
That's a shiny boy.
What those lips do.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
not a
how to-
shiny. He's not green. Jeez.
I don't know. Take another look at him, Lawrence. He's slightly tinted yellow. I
Not
think.
shiny. He's green. He ain't green.
He does a big sink, right? And then his mouth should pop up.
It's already there,
Oh,
and
it
now
already
it's
did.
gone.
I'm so worried because I remember the last time I did this, it was really hard.
He's,
Oh,
I don't even know what color
he's
he
also a little
is.
bit pink.
Oh my god,
he's
that
pink.
hurt
That's
him a little
shiny.
bit.
You had also made a dent in the ground.
Oh,
Yo, that's cool.
Dynamic environment.
think.
Dynamic environment.
Like Yakuza.
Just like my fan fictions.
Just like
All right, ladies and
just
gentlemen.
like one of my Japanese
Boom, 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 boom,
animes.
boom, 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 boom.
Beat his ass.
All right, we gotta do it one more
Holy
time.
shit. Turns out when you send 100 guys after him,
Fucking whoop him, dude.
it's a Craigslist ad or a Craigslist ad. You better show up with a small army.
Please leave me alone, Mr. Worm.
Worm, please.
Sinking. Yes. Yeah.
Get his ass.
Wow, his bottom half is real tubby.
Oh, he's so tough, dude. All right, I got exactly one bomb left. Hey, where's the
How
rest
would
of
you
it?
feel if
Oh,
they
I
took
lost
the O
two
out of
people.
Young Link and became a SoundCloud rapper?
Young Link.
Holy shit.
Would you listen to him?
What the fuck? Wait, what happened? What happened to my bombs?
You're a
He'd be
boy.
eaten.
No, it just took my bombs.
Hang on, I didn't know that was a feature of Discord stream, is that I accidentally clicked onto Grant's profile and then it replaced the stream with just a static picture of Grant's profile.
Watermelon, cell phone,
Why
with a
would I
picture of
want
some
to
ferrets.
the person that calls picture?
I assume it's
drag
if
the
you're
giant
doing,
corpse.
video camera.
Right, but you're not.
But what if I was?
All right,
But you're not.
if we're doing
what
this
if I
correctly,
was?
we gotta get all of the pieces moving at the same time.
Nah, just leave one piece behind
No,
and then come back for
That is unacceptable for Zach.
it is. I like it. I really enjoy, because I don't know if we can hear it. I have the music quite low, but I really like the music that plays when you just have like a train of things all going. Oh, hello.
And I ask.
See, look, it's just like a train of things getting delivered to the.
Well, you're going to enjoy that in the next boss. So
There we go.
So, I would like to ask who. I assume most, if not everyone here, has a webcam, right?
I do
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my laptop has. Yeah.
Well, for those of you who do, are you paranoid enough to put like a sticky note or whatever in front of it when you're not using it?
It's not
I'm not
paranoia. It's
using it.
just realistic.
Actually, so realistic that this computer actually comes with a little cover that he just slides over it.
I
Which
just,
I
just
have.
fully disconnect
I just
the
put a-
webcam and store it somewhere.
I just put a piece of tape
Whoa.
over my webcam.
I was gonna say,
that's
inbuilt-
more or less okay, because it's like security protocols have security protocols for like built-in or commonly store-bought webcams are so subpar that it's like anybody with like a cell phone and a little bit of know-how can just access your live feed, and that's fucking terrifying. And that
I was
includes
gonna
your
say,
security,
I-
and that includes your security cameras in your house, by the way. If anybody has any of those like stupid Nest
that's-
security things.
That's why you have fake cameras set up on your property.
You better get tricked.
Hey, what happened to the big guy's corpse?
Oh, it's slow. It's slowing them
Oh,
down.
it's like really slow. Okay.
Because he's big boy.
He's a large lad. We're gonna watch him come in.
You're gonna watch him get slurped up by the onion.
There he is.
Slurp on my GURP, because you know it's perp.
We have integrated another cell phone.
Man.
The last one was
Imagine
called the
what
Data
it is.
Glutton, so this one is
Did she say we're getting a message from Drake?
Drake, the rapper?
Drake is
Oh,
the
yo,
the
dude.
Drake is the name of their ship.
Yeah.
I don't want his messages. Tell him to stop contacting me.
No, he's not contacting you. You're over 18.
Is it normal Drake or tiny
We're
Drake?
talking about the same Drake, like Drake Joshua, right?
Oh, Drake
Joshua.
Bell.
Yeah.
Drake
I'm
Joshua is a good
specifically talking
vampire.
about tiny Drake.
Well, he was in for child endangerment, right?
Something
I would
like
say.
that.
Something like that, yeah.
Look how fat this
I
thing
think it
is,
was like,
dude.
I think it was like selling
I get
stuff
slurped
to
up.
children.
Watch it.
Like
Watch it get
spaghetti.
slurped up.
I
Look at it.
don't know any details, so from just the name of the crime alone, I would presume that his whole thing was that, like, he like let a bunch of children in a crossing walk in front of like 4 cars or something.
What, when you hear
that
child
it?
endangerment?
That's what I imagine. Yeah, I imagine someone leading a bunch of children in front of cars that are like mid, like he's like, "All right, kids, let's go hang out with Drake Bell." Like, yeah, and then he goes on the highway, just starts walking along it, like straight across like a duck.
He's like, all right, everybody, we're gonna go on a little bit of a walk, and he just starts walking along like train tracks, and it's like that's child endangerment.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
That's not bad. That's
It's-
pretty good.
It's probably more sinister, but I like to imagine the more cartoony, funny one.
Okay. I do believe that because we did the boss, that there's nothing else we can do for today.
Yeah. I
Right?
believe the other fruits
All right, that's the end
require
of stream
the
then.
blues and the...
We
We're
Fine.
require blue and then eventually pink. So I think we might as well just move on. Just end the day because we have all 100 Pikmins.
the
Look how many
Pikmin.
look how many Pikmins we have. I don't understand why the Pikmin don't, because I know that, like, oh, it's like at night the predators come out and all the Pikmin die or whatever. Why don't the Pikmin just like Voltron together?
Why don't
They're
your
not smart enough to
characters-
do that, Zach.
Well, Omar's been here like how many times? It's
Omar?
pretty. Yeah, Omar.
Yeah, Omar.
Omar
From
has
down
been
the
here
street.
like a bunch of times.
Omar
He could
and
just
Luke.
show them how to like stand on each other's shoulders.
You think Omar knows how to do that?
I'm assuming they usually have to, because that's how short the fucking Omar people are.
They're the size of a quarter, I think.
Quarter.
Which means that that cell phone is really small. If you think about it. Because like an old flip phone was even folded was at least 3/4 tall. Yes.
Watermelon.
Look at all the fucking chunks of Wawa melon.
The juice.
Oh, it's a mock bottom.
The plum. The plum.
It looks like a butt.
Nice.
Delicious. Oh my god, it almost spilled out.
Tasty. Ooh.
Prune juice. A mango
Dapper
steam.
blob.
I like the
Oh, it's
mixing
really
of the
good.
colors.
Yeah.
Did you know
Real
that,
nice.
that mango steam is sort of banned to import due to
That what is?
radiation?
What?
What?
I forgot the exact details of why there's radiation.
That just makes it extra spicy.
Yeah.
So the reason why the mangosteen was banned from importing to the U.S. before was because bringing them over would have introduced the Asian fruit fly. So to combat that, they used some sort of radiation to kill the fruit flies.
Oh my god.
Man, those dang bugs.
Ding dang, fruit flies.
Thanks, Boomhauer.
But
No problem.
You no problem, man.
but
I
I,
don't-
guess
I
they
don't-
changed that. So
Oh man, who is that weird skinny white guy with a cap that just broke into my house and went on stream for a second?
Alright, yeah, man.
I chased him out of here, but oh wait, did he break into your room too, Zach?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You, whoever you are,
I'm just
whoever
kind of
you
having
are,
a good time, man. I'm just standing here with my beer.
whoever you are, supersonic man who can barely sprint across the U.S. within seconds, you better get out of Zach's room.
You seem to imply that I'm not right next door.
Oh shit.
You said you were moving soon, so it makes sense. I was also listening.
Oh shit.
What? Across the U.S.
Distance is a social construct.
That's not true. That's not true. That's so untrue.
That's really good, though.
Oh, look, that's South America.
Twilight
I think.
River.
Is
Look at
it? Or Africa? I can't tell. What's my
I
continent?
think that
South
should be South
America.
America, yeah.
Okay.
Because you can
like
see that
that.
like South America and I think India are like almost
Oh.
touching each other.
you like
This
how
is a
Australia
social
and Antarctica are
construct, wow.
fused together?
It is.
Yeah, I brought that up at the beginning of last stream. I think that that's actually really fucking cool, and I love how Antarctica is now like a tropical jungle.
It's historically accurate.
Wow, they
What do you?
got it
What do
right.
you?
Makes
So
sense.
historically accurate means that it's accurate based on history. What does it mean
Yeah.
if it's accurate based on the future?
It's
Futuristically accurate.
future.
That means prophetic.
Historically accurate future.
That means prophetic.
Prophetic.
Futurally historically accurate.
To
Base.
Twilight River. Oh, look at that little bit. That seems like fun.
You would think you would get the blue Pikmin here.
You don't.
You don't.
You get the
Get
pink, don't you?
brown.
Sucks.
Oh, pink? Okay.
I think you get pink here.
Yes.
Pank.
Hank
Is it
Hill.
Pank Hill?
Omar and Lou.
Finally.
Lou, the true villain of the Pikmin series.
Does Mario show up in this game?
No.
He should.
I'm not interested.
He shows up and he's like, "Hello, it's me, Mr. Mario," and then he leaves.
Adrian, who are you? Every Nintendo fan?
Yes.
Because apparently this game sold like ass, despite it being pretty fun.
One in your
What
eyes.
the
I don't
fuck
see
is
a
that
single.
thing?
I'm not seeing a single Mario. I don't see a Luigi even. Not a Goomba in sight.
Iridescent flint beetle.
Kick its ass.
Kick his ass,
Pops out
Seabass.
goodies.
Yeah.
It's just a treasure goblin from what he calls it, Diablo. Okay. It just had a bunch of crap in it. That's all.
Was there something
There's a-
in Zelda that stole coins like from you? What am I thinking of?
There's
Mario.
there's a enemy in Mario that looks like a little coin purse, and when you bop
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
yeah. Because that was that was in Odyssey, and people really liked it.
You get mad corn.
He was like invisible, and then you spooked him.
Hey, Saba.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Bruh.
look at that. That's terrifying.
It's the boys.
It's the boys, but that's a spider.
Lads.
Lads.
Lads, ho! And then they point at a promiscuous person.
Let's hold.
Oh, lads.
What is a banter topic that we can talk about? Because that was the express purpose of today's stream, kinda.
We have one more from Zach. How
You have
hard
a
would it
lot
be?
more from me because you keep skipping me.
Well, we have two, I think. What is... How hard do you think it'd be to collect and maintain your Star-Lord S Sanity playlist in the post-apocalypse?
Yeah, so I had asked Grant about this just kind of passively the other day, and I was just thinking about it because it's like in like a Fallout style post-apocalypse realm. Obviously, things like parts and energy, like these are things that are going to be difficult to find. But like if you had like, I don't know, like an iPod that could hold like 10,000 songs, how hard would it be, do you think, to get the songs that you would want to listen to for the rest of your like natural life, and then also like prevent your iPod from just getting completely fucked?
Have
Incredibly
CDs, Kappa.
CD's nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh, these jokes.
You've been defeated in single combat. You must leave.
You must die.
But I think it would be fucking impossible for me because my music taste is so eclectic and weird and hipstery.
Yeah, but you have like 10,000 songs you could fit onto this.
Tracking them down would be fucking impossible if I wanted to like...
Well, you gotta do
Okay.
something with your time.
I was gonna say, I assume that what you mean is that like I guess passed
Oh my
out a
God.
coma somewhere, or I've been like cryogenically stored somewhere, and then the apocalypse happens, and I can't really do anything about it if I survive afterwards. Like, I assume you're asking, I have to track down and find them?
I'm asking, yes. So I'm saying that you have to track down and find the music that you would want.
Oh yeah, fucking impossible. I don't... Pretty much everything I listen to is all indie hipster stuff that's barely on Spotify.
Just have a CD.
They don't sell CDs, they're too poor to do that. I listen to poor indie artists because I feel bad for them and they're like me.
Damn, they're just like me for real.
Exactly. I don't know about you guys, but I don't listen to mainstream music because I don't feel any sympathy for people that have too much money.
I don't listen to mainstream music either.
I listened.
I listen to like very niche Japanese hardcore music.
Word, okay.
So I import them from Japan.
Holy shit.
I import them
Wow.
from
That's
Japan.
what they call hardcore, yeah.
Yeah, that is hardcore.
No! Oh,
I mean, he would have been fine because they're immune to smash damage.
They're being
Again,
smashed.
a fantastic immunity to have. Smash damage immunity.
the immunity to smash damage manifests most often as the ability to take a shower.
Are you sure you want to throw them while it's in the water?
It's fine. What's the worst that could happen to them?
You drown.
They'll be fine. See, look, like only one thing died, and it was him.
Easy. It's just
Zach
that
does
easy.
not care about the individual soldier.
Hey, if it's for an achievement, it's fine.
There you go. Too bad Lawrence is gone.
What do you mean? You think he would be offended by that? Why would he be offended by that?
Oh,
I don't get it.
He would agree with you.
He would. It's true. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, there's something over here. There's something there, but I can't do that yet. Go across this thing. What happened to all of my fucking... What happened to all my black Pikmins?
They're all carrying the bridge parts.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, the red ones can fly.
What?
Red ones can fly. Oh my god.
he's fine.
They
It's a
fly.
thing we can do?
They fly now?
Only the red
The
ones.
pink ones.
Oh,
I thought it was
this
the
is
pink
where I
ones that
put
could
the
fly.
this is where I put the bombs. Is it 2 bombs or 3?
Yo,
Damn, this blew up. Thanks.
imagine if that went over the wall
And I
it just
missed
went
and it just
into
didn't
your
do anything.
and it just went into your Pikmin.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Right into the onion.
well, that was my bad. Where the hell are
Did
the
you
rest
fight
of, where the hell
Olimar?
are the rest of my Pikmin, dude?
Where your boys?
They're all over there. They all went back to the bridge site.
Get their ass
Get back here.
Okay.
We got this. There's a lot of fruit that's
they
just
make
like
it back
sunk to the
safely.
bottom of the water.
Yep.
It says let's check the radar.
Completing this
Zach.
area sucks.
I am.
What does
Zach.
fast selling mean?
Well, so it's not fast selling; it's fastest selling. Is the thing that I was curious about, because I saw that as like a marketing buzzword when Elden Ring was like first came out. They were like the news was like, oh, it's the fastest selling Elder Scrolls, Jesus
Elder
Christ.
Scrolls.
God, I wish. Then I could be accessible.
It's the
Finally.
it's the fastest selling Dark Souls game ever. Blah blah blah. And I was like, what does that mean? What does fastest selling mean? Because obviously it wasn't the most sales that they ever had, because it had only been out for like 2 days at that time. So like, what does fastest selling mean? I guess
People just bought it right away.
Yeah.
So does that
like-
mean that? So did that just literally translate to the most sales within the shortest amount of time?
I think so, yes.
But that's just so, like, I don't know. I guess that's one of those metrics that just never makes any sense to me. It's like people who, like, what was the like prior to, God, what was that shitty like 3D movie that came out? Fucking God, what was the name of it? Avatar. Prior to Avatar, the most successful movie of all time was considered to be, I think it was Gone with the Wind. I think.
Is that Titanic?
No, it might have been Titanic. You might be right. But the thing was that metric that people talked about was based on just based on money, period, not adjusted for inflation. And so it's like like I don't remember the exact numbers, unfortunately, but I do recall that it was something along the lines of like, if you did adjust for inflation, Titanic still sold more than Avatar by like a factor of like 50% or something crazy like that. But it's like, no, that doesn't matter, because now money is different. So it's like, go fuck yourself. And so I think about that in reference to the, the fastest selling, where it's like, well, obviously it's the fastest selling. More people know about Dark Souls, I guess. So, like, does that metric really matter? Like, who cares about whether or not something's the fastest selling? Wouldn't it matter if it's the highest, like, the highest rated or something like that? Something that's consistent across time?
Probably, but
I mean, I don't
they
know.
wanted the fastest metric that they can, so they can advertise that.
First of all,
Because
it
it's
is also
only been like a couple days.
yeah, it is a buzzword. But secondly, I am pretty sure that reviews do change over time. I remember there's a couple games I can think of where, or I imagine where like reviews at first like, oh, this game is fucking amazing, it's the best game ever, and then like 4 years later you look at a review site again, it's like 10, 7 out of 10.
That's a good point.
Like those do change.
That's a good point, because that is like individual perception does change over time. So I guess that
Skyrim
makes a
for
lot of
sure
sense.
was like that.
Skyrim is a Bethesda game.
Listen, I don't know if you remember back when it first got released, but people were fucking creaming.
You remember when they announced the next Elder Scrolls game, but it was literally just like it was literally just like not even title art, it was just like a title and then some stock footage of I don't even know what
Like
it was.
It was like a drone like type camera movement over like a city in a landscape that was very, very far away and not very well detailed at all. It was pretty funny. I'll say that about it.
Us Elder Scrolls fans are still waiting. Sad.
Sad indeed.
Damn.
Fool you are for believing in Todd's lies.
Todd's
think-
live! Dude, is there one Pikmin who's not here right now? Where is he? Oh, he's there. He's coming!
He's on his way.
There he
Will
is!
he come in
There's
round
the
the mountain
boy!
where he comes?
We got him! Yeah, family's all here. Okay.
Boy.
The bridge is finished, so you can go save the pink boys.
Oh, doing that in a single day sounds good. But yeah, that's all I was curious about with fastest selling, because I just thought about it, and it's obvious that it's a buzzword, like just a marketing buzzword, but it just confused me, because like I was trying to define it for myself, and I couldn't figure out exactly what it meant. That's all.
Leaves.
Oh. Yeah, we're probably good. Well, that was easy.
Okay, let's go, what's the next one? Let's see. Fastest selling, where did that one? Having to engage with something to critique it, Zach.
This is a topic that I've kind of mentioned before, where, like, I don't know. I guess it's just like a step in an argument that really frustrates me, where like I'll be critiquing something or giving an opinion about something, and then the rebuttal comes back with, well, have you played it or have you seen it yourself, actually? And my response is, well, why do I have to spend money in order to critique something? And I don't know. Like, obviously I'm not implying that, like, I'm right, but I am saying that it is frustrating to be like, if I want, like, if I go to my cousin who loves Legends Arceus so much, and I say, like, I don't know, I think the game looks like absolute, like, horseradish.
Nice way of putting it in front of your cousin.
And then he says something along the lines of like, oh well, you know, that's just like your opinion, and also you didn't actually play the game. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have a banter topic to add.
Well,
I mean,
Sorry,
I don't know. There's
continue.
not. I don't know. Like, if no one wants to engage with this particular topic, I guess that's kind of it. But it's just like,
well, it's because seeing
I have a bit to
something
say
and
about it.
engaging something is very different.
sure, but then
Well,
why does it require that I spend money? I guess is like
Spending
that's
money is that's just like another factor to it.
No, but like if I am critiquing like a movie or something like that, where it's like I don't think that this movie is really worth my or anybody else's time, then why is my opinion considered invalid unless I have spent money on this thing that I don't think is worth money?
I don't think your opinion is invalid. It's just an opinion rather than a critique, like a proper critique.
I guess that kind of makes
It's
sense.
just a thing of like, it's not for me. Like, okay.
I would say,
can't argue
like,
with that.
First of all, I think it does change depending on the medium, right? Because like you can watch someone play through a video game and get most of the experience out of it, and I think that's probably fine. Like if
Omicron,
you've
the
watched
Nomad Soul.
if you watch a playthrough of it, or at least a large part of the playthrough for something, I think you probably have enough right to say whether the game is like good or bad in certain ways. At least mostly. I do think that whether, and I don't see money, I don't care whether you spend money or not to like consume a movie or show or whatever. If you pirate them, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do think that you do need to at least have seen part of it, if not most or all of it, of a purely visual media like a movie or show to be able to form an opinion on it, rather than like, it feels a little asinine to form your review based on just someone else's review.
I mean,
Yeah, that
yeah,
seems
I guess
fair.
that makes sense. But also then, because it's like, if you base your opinion off of purely one other person's review, then sure, that is foolish. But also, like, that's kind of the purpose of reviews, as long as you do, like, multiple, I guess.
Sometimes those reviews are just biased.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I do
and
think that you
sometimes
need to
people
have...
and sometimes people are indoctrinated into the cult of Pokemon. So it's just like, it works both ways, I guess.
Counterculture.
Wow.
Sometimes they're indoctrinated in the cult of Pokemon, or they're indoctrinated in the cult of counterculture. Either
also
way,
true.
I don't know. I do think that for media, because when you're watching the game, you are watching the gameplay and you're watching everything. The only thing that's not happening is you're not inputting yourself, but someone else is. So you're getting almost the entire experience. If all you're doing is reading like fucking IGN's review of, or not IGN, but like some media site's review of like a movie, you're not watching the movie or anything that's happening, you're just seeing the plot develop. You're just hearing someone else's recap of it. Like that's the same as like, I think if you're gonna critique a video, I mean, you should probably, I would rather take someone's opinion who's seen a playthrough of it rather than someone who's seen a review with no gameplay footage whatsoever of it.
Yeah.
To like actually see what happens in it.
There's also another analogy that I remember having a conversation with another friend about, but it's almost like if you're playing a game that has choices and decisions to make, let's say a Telltale game or something for that factor. There's a difference between watching someone basically solve a trolley problem, the kill one person, save others, all that. There's a difference between watching someone else make that decision and then making that decision yourself and actually pulling the lever to make your choice.
Pushing the button.
I would argue that I don't really consider that if you're the player watching like makes the same decision that you would have made, because then you just agree and then you would see what would you have done. Like, I don't know.
I think there's a different emotional feel to it. Cause like you could like make the same decision as the person that you were watching, but in the end, I guess in the back,
Probably pull those weeds over there, Zach.
in the back of the viewer's mind, it's like
Where the-
I can
next to the river,
make
like where
my
the river is?
decision
Oh, these
and
ones?
help you out, but at the
Yeah.
end, it's your choice. So it's still that feeling of the choice is out of your hands.
Good call,
And,
thank
and
you.
I will also say, like, as response to what Zach was saying earlier about like the point of reviews, I would say that reviews are there to help you decide whether or not you want to invest the time and money to watch this thing, not necessarily so that you yourself can be like, well, I know a lot about this now and I'm going to critique and comment on it. Like, if someone's like, I didn't watch this movie because I heard reviews about it, like, that's totally fine. I'm not so sure if this person, like, I have a large, detailed, educated opinion on it because I read a review on it, and I'm like, well, did you consume it? It's like, no, it's like, then that's a fine reason to not have seen it, but like, that's not necessarily, if you want to form an opinion on something, I do think it's important to have seen the source material if you're gonna like
Lauren said,
engage in a deep
the
conversation
difference-
about it.
The difference between an opinion and a critique, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say, I would just say, like, reason to not have engaged or seen this media is totally fine, and I don't think there's anything to look into that, but, like, if you're gonna give an opinion or critique or, like, a long-winded thing, then, like, you probably should have engaged with it in some way more than just, like, not have seen it all.
Sure.
I think that would be my opinion on it, like,
Read.
I didn't see the Batman. because I didn't feel compelled to. That's my reasoning for that. But I'm not gonna be like, well, I read 4 reviews on it, so I'm gonna give you my opinion as to whether it's good or bad or not.
I've read the reviews on it, so I'm gonna make a paper on the character arcs and the story arcs without having watched the movie.
Like if I watched like a review of it and that had like a lot of footage from it that was like telling of various examples, that might be a little more informed. But still, I would say King would be actually seeing the thing for yourself.
Oh. In my opinion, it depends on who's doing the review. If they're more informed on the actual subject, like to begin with, or if they're coming in from an outsider perspective. Because those are two things to consider when it comes to a review.
So you're into like ethos, I guess.
I think like, well, I don't think you need to be an expert on a subject like a video or a movie or something to give a valid opinion on it. I do think you need to have engaged in it to give a valid opinion, at least if not partially, ideally wholly. I think this comes from a background of me like I play a lot of tabletop games, and I am aware that there's a lot of websites and articles and reviews of like, oh, this is the optimal build, and this is how you have the most fun by doing the most. It's like, yeah, but if you just look at that, that's fine on paper, but it's different than actually playing it, you know? Because that's a game of almost freeform choice. But digression aside, I would rather the opinion of someone who actually has seen a thing than someone who hasn't just read some reviews and watched some videos of it 9 times out of 10. And I think I guess what I would imagine is like, I would rather trust someone who's seen a specific movie 10 times than someone who's seen 10 reviews of that same movie as far as opinion goes.
Well, I mean, of course, that's not even really an equivalency, but
Right, so I'd rather trust someone who's seen a movie 1 time than someone who's seen a review of it 1 time.
what about somebody who's seen 10 reviews of it?
I guess that's where it gets gray, but I mean, I would personally probably still lean the other way, but I could see, like, that's a more reasonable thing if someone's seen, like, a bunch of reviews on it. But, I don't know.
It's someone who's seen the movie 10 times.
Compared to what?
One review.
No, it's
What
just...
could it be?
And I would say that even if you read 10 reviews, it's
Also, how often
most
does
part, you
somebody
still have to
watch a
engage it.
movie 10 times?
yeah.
That's like an exorbitant amount of times to see a movie.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every time they showed Moana on a rainy day in PE.
Fair.
I know one of my friends watched Thor Ragnarok a shitload of times after having bought it, and I've watched Into the Spider-Verse a couple times because I've spent money to actually buy a copy of it.
I'm trying to think
What's
of
the
like I'm trying to think of
movie you've
movies that I've
seen the
seen
most?
more than 10 times because it's like Jurassic Park 1, Red Line, Braveheart, Guardians 2, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I've probably seen that more than 10 times. Like it's actually like I'm obviously not like invalidating or anything like that your point, Adrian, but it's just like I'm just thinking about it and now I'm just like, man, 10 times is a lot. That's a lot of times to see a movie.
Right, and like presumably it's like if you've seen a movie 10 times you have a lot of opinions and you know the movie pretty well at that point, much like how I think if you've seen it 1 time you probably know it better than someone who only knows secondhand of it. Even if multiple secondhand opinions, I would still rather do the thing, but yeah.
What if you've seen the movie 10 times, but it's been like over a decade since you've last seen it?
Versus somebody who watched a single review yesterday.
I think that's kind of that. I don't think that changes anything, actually.
Really?
I don't.
I feel like your opinion might change the next time you see it. If it's like been like over a decade since you last seen it, but you've seen it 10 times up to that point.
I mean, at that point, I feel like you have some fucking psychic impressions of the movie in your head, because 10 times, I was thinking that's like a ridiculous example, but that's a lot of time to see a movie, like Zach said.
What if a guy who's seen a movie 100 times versus a guy who thought about maybe seeing it?
You know what, I think I'll with the second one, Grant. And the second guy's got a pretty strong, compelling argument as to why his opinion matters. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the matter.
Yeah, even if you read 10 reviews, I still say engage in it. Because I can't tell you how many overwhelmingly positive reviews you see and hear all over the internet about The Witcher 3. And I played it, I was like, it's a good game, but it's not blowing my mind.
Oh my god, I'm not
Based on-
alone. Holy shit, Lawrence, thank you.
Grant's like,
Based on
finally.
I was literally like, is there something wrong? I just can't get into this game. People are browning this as the
It
best
could also
thing
just
since,
be like
sliced
genre, right?
And, like, that's-
There are,
But I love
genre-
RPGs.
But it's still the thing. I've been 100,000s, millions, it's the internet, reviews
Yeah.
telling me this is going to blow your mind no matter what.
Like, right?
It's
I
like,
had
it
the-
makes me
that's
want to
good.
blow my mind with
Yeah.
a gun.
I had the exact same thing with Elden Ring. It's like, oh, everyone says it's the fucking best game ever created ever. So like, and they're like, oh, I can't enjoy it. Like, so I don't think my opinion on it matters. That's just a personal thing on it. Where like, I don't think my opinion necessarily matters about Elden Ring as much as someone who is, is gonna have played through the game. But I do think it matters slightly more than someone who's never played the game before.
I will say that by a certain point, if like the majority of people do just simply find the game to be extraordinary, then it kind of like it tends to outweigh the people who are just like,
You
but
can
it wasn't
charge-
great for me. But I'm like, okay, but the
can what?
millions of thousands of
You
other
should find
people have
Pikmin.
found it to be like
really?
fan-freaking-tastic. So clearly there is something to the
Hey,
game
look at
that
And I'm not-
appeals
that's-
to maybe a majority of people.
and I'm not necessarily saying that because millions of other people found it fascinating and I found it to be like they found it 10 out of 10. I found it to be only like an 8 out of 10. Doesn't mean that it was like, oh yes, 8 out of 10. It just becomes a thing of
It's his fault for being stupid.
it is like I don't know. It's not.
I'm just
it's not for
glad
me.
I'm not
I guess is
insane.
their.
Well, and that's like fine, because like it almost becomes like, well, what exactly do you want from like the game? Like, do you want the game to be more like when it advertises itself to be more like what your opinion is versus like what the majority of other people's opinion is? It's like I don't know, or do you just want to be like, I
to
didn't
rob them of their hat? Not rob them. Of their, I would like to give me your happiness, everyone.
I want to
supposed
enjoy
be
this
on
as
that
well.
level.
I mean, I'll be totally real. I do not really, like, personally, I don't expect an unbiased opinion from the game's advertising department. I would expect to get more accurate reads in the game from like people who have played it or playing it myself. Like, if I want to get hyped about a game, I'll look at the game's ads because that's their fucking job, is to sell you on the game, not to be like, the game's ad team is not gonna be like, well, this game is good, but it has these faults, you know. And no ad team is gonna be like, that's a great idea. We'll be honest and tell where the game has shortcomings.
Now, now, I
Legit,
don't know whether or not
legit,
this
if
is
a game did that, I might actually be compelled. I'd be
Right,
like,
but,
wow,
like,
that's fucking
99
bold.
But 99% of the consumer base is not gonna feel the same. So like, they're gonna fail at their job if they do that.
Yeah,
Do
but
you think
99%
then,
of the consumer base also buys microtransactions, so I don't care about their
I
opinion.
get to talk now.
Right,
guys.
that's where the
Yes,
money
Saba,
comes from,
please go,
Zach.
sorry.
5 seconds. I was about to say, like, so then do you guys think, at least in terms of like games who, like, if there's like a canonical, like, older, like, it's almost like a series of games, do you think they should inform their player that it's probably best that they know the lore from previous games in order to get, like, fully.
Well, that's why they have-
They can do it well. Then yeah.
It depends.
Because that's what I think, like, isn't that one of the things about, like, The Witcher, is that, like, you're probably gonna get it way more if you actually know about, like,
Yeah.
the base lore of the world.
But am I
Absolutely.
supposed to read the books too?
Maybe.
Well, I have
feel
no
like
clue
that's.
how in-depth
Listen, Grant, it's
Witcher
called
gets.
homework. All right.
I feel like that's a
Right.
given. You know, I feel like with those kind of games, it's kind of just a collective given. But I guess you can't assume for people to know things on the internet ever, so that's fair.
Well, like, do people, like, kind of go into The Witcher, like, based off of its, like, reviews and stuff, being like, oh, I'm gonna get into Witcher 3 and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna get everything. It's gonna be, like, perfect. Or is it, like, should there be, like, you think a basis of, like, this is the third in the series. There's probably, like, you know, some stuff that people should maybe know before
I think there
going in.
should be some sort of recap.
A recap.
Well, I will
mean,
say,
like,
like, most of the game, they do like a pretty okay job at introducing characters that have existed in the previous games, but
Yeah.
now you're meeting with them again, and then you can kind of tell where the relationship is with them toward Geralt and the other way around.
And I will say, I don't think it's necessarily an ad team's obligation to make sure people enjoy a game. I think it's their obligation to sell the game.
I will say though,
I
the
mean, yeah,
reviews,
that's-
the reviews
that's-
weren't from like ads. It was
No, yeah, it was. I mean, it's a
go to
well-known
Reddit,
game of
go
the
to
year.
Reddit, and you'll
Yeah.
they'll all praise Witcher 3. It's kind of the meme there.
Wasn't
Like,
for
yeah,
me, not for Lawrence.
I will say that, like, a review, totally, you can let people know that, hey, this game might be more enjoyable if you know a little background stuff. But, like, I honestly do not see the advertising department of the game studio or whatever playing a big role into whether I care about a game or not. Or when I'm gonna play one, because I don't like ads. I feel like that's not a particularly spicy take. But it is, I do know what their job is, and it's to sell a game, not to give you an honest, unbiased review of the game.
It's fair.
This game's so good, it's gonna suck your dick.
Deadass.
It's gonna
Comes
come
with-
out of your computer and
The game comes with a fleshlight shaped like the protagonist's mouth.
God.
I can
Now,
think,
that's
I
a
can think
premium
of
package.
several. I can think of several video game series that would legitimately have done that if they thought they could get away with it.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the premium pre-order package bonus that I would want.
Mario Kart.
You're like,
Mario Kart. Craig,
I
what the
could probably do that.
It has like a mustache over the lip.
Oh no.
Anyway.
God.
What a visceral image.
There is apparently
A
like
bulbous nose is poking out too.
God.
there is apparently like 20 something Pikmin that I have somewhere. Yeah, there is 15 Pikmin somewhere and I don't know where they are. Oh, it's probably the yellow Pikmin that I have beating up the electric fence. Never mind.
Right.
beating up the electric fence.
I don't know if you guys are going to
Subjugating.
continue your current topic that you guys have been discussing for a little bit. I will say that I wasn't expecting this topic to be such a large discussion, but I really appreciated having a little bit of time to just play the game without having to talk. I really appreciated that. It was
I
very-
was thinking, like, Zach, this is your topic. Why don't you give us your opinions?
Well, I mean, my opinions are probably pretty obvious to anybody who's lived with me before. I have very strong opinions about things that I have never actually, like, interacted with, because that's how I decide whether or not something's worth my money, is by reading reviews and stuff like that. So, yeah. Can I chuck the black
Yeah, you can.
Pikmin over there?
Yeah, you can throw your rocks over there.
I do think that in the ideal world, there are totally legal ways to try a game for free, and then if you like it, then you support it by actually buying a copy of the game from a store.
Absolutely,
you're
absolutely. The
also
Steam Next
demo.
Fest. It was fucking awesome.
Also demos. Yeah, you're basically just
I'm
describing
gonna
that.
say I miss the days of demos. Those were cool.
Oh, I was gonna say those are no longer as common as they perchance once were.
I wonder if demos are less common because it gave people like a much easier avenue of determining ahead of a game whether or not it would be worth their time and money.
Probably,
Or they could be like me, who in my younger days played demos all the time and just
Let's
kept
go.
repeating
Just
it.
demos,
anything
nothing
else.
else.
Only
I
the
had
demo.
no money to spend on the game, and I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy your game for free because
I-
you gave it to me. Thank you.
I do
Even though it's just
wonder-
one level.
I do wonder how much the specific policy that Steam has affected games of like, well, if you don't play 2 hours, if you play less than 2 hours, you can return it no matter what on Steam. I do wonder how much that specific policy has affected games.
There's a weird level of involvement that particular policy has, because there's actually because I mean that policy has been around for a little bit, but they've only actually really started enforcing it relatively recently. And there is a non-insignificant amount of games that purposefully make it so that way the meat of the game is after the 2-hour mark. And so I don't know, because there's a lot of games where you can probably figure out really quickly whether or not this is going to be your cup of tea, such as like any Call of Duty, you know?
Well, I feel like wouldn't there also be the opposite of that, where like there would be games that like the first 2 hours are fucking amazing, it's the best part of the game, and then it falls off as soon as they're like, okay, they can't return anymore, no one cares anymore.
Well,
Like
yeah,
most
that's the idea
VHS
of,
movies from the 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
That's also the idea of InDesign, like trying to hook people to like stay in the game, and you can only hook people at the beginning of the game. So that's
Right, but
sometimes where you put most of the effort.
There may be
Outer
some
World.
disingenuity as when it comes to like, you know, only doing it for the first 2 hours, then giving up.
Well, okay, there's also the difference between like
Speedruns,
giving
dude.
up or being like, we literally just put so much effort into the beginning, we just ran out of time for the rest of it,
Yo,
which
that
is just
dude-
bad planning.
Got 'em.
It's kind of shitty, and is specifically affected by the 2-hour policy that Steam has.
Oh, I mean, it also depends on the genre of game that you're playing.
Most JRPGs, 2 hours doesn't even get you through the tutorial.
True.
Fighting games, that doesn't even matter.
That's true. That's not even why you're there. You're not there for time. You're there for experience, more or less.
Shmun.
What else? Any CRPG.
Puzzle game. Puzzle game.
Fuck them up! Fuck them up!
The orange boys, they're eating them.
It's fine! Get in there!
They're eating them.
Kill
Oh my
them!
god. Wave of Pikmin after them.
Wave after wave of Pikmin. We did it, men!
I feel like you have avoided that issue by going around, but
Yeah, well, I mean, I would have had to kill them anyway.
Right. I would like
You sound like
to.
one of each.
I don't remember if we talked about this or not, because the only my reactions up there. I don't remember if we did talk about this, but I think one of the topics Zach brought up is how does the ARC community feel about tracing? I assume that me and Lawrence should have opinions on this.
we already
we did
discussed
discuss
this
this
before.
before.
We have.
Did
We
we?
did
Yeah.
it with Adrian, yeah.
We
did it
discussed
on
this
a-
during my playthrough of Outer Wilds.
Yeah, it was on.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, if you have an opinion that you would like to
Input.
share, please feel free.
I do an opinion. First, I'd like to hear what Lawrence's opinion was, because anyone else had anything to say about it.
Oh, it was basically.
Lawrence just burped into the microphone and called it a day.
4 hours.
yeah.
It was impressive. 4-hour burp.
Sorry.
Zach said that, and it was like, "Ugh."
My mic.
For the rest of the
And then Zach was like, well, I guess I
No,
guess
no,
I
no,
have to mute him.
I was making a joke, Lawrence. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I got real confused.
I believe our answer was, as long as you're like using tracing as a tool to learn anatomy and stuff, then it's fine, and
Alright.
you're not like using that as your own like published work and stuff.
Yeah, you just
second.
don't claim it as your own, but you can
The
use it
second
to
you
help
do
improve
claim it as
yourself.
your own, you will be judged heavily.
You're dead to me.
You're dead.
Basically.
To me specifically, just
I was gonna say,
I wish your petrol is dull forever.
because like,
Oh.
I actually watched someone do this in real time where they tried to do that in a server that I was in. There's this website called Hero Forge where you can make like a little like tabletop mini for your TTRPG games, D&D or cyber or whatever you want to play.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty detailed at this point because a lot of people paid money into it. So now you can build all sorts of characters that have all sorts of clothes or poses or whatever. But I literally saw this one guy who was he was like spamming an art channel in the server with just traced pictures from Hero Forge. And didn't comment at all that he traced them from Hero Forge. And then I having
called them out.
posted. Well, kind of. What I did was like, I was like, oh, a new server. I'll share some of my art that I did recently that I kind of like. I posted, and then like he basically floods the channel with like 4 of his trace images, and so like you can't see my once you scroll up. And I felt petty, and I felt petty at that point. I was like, hey, I don't remember exactly what I said because I left the server by now, but I was like, hey, something like, oh, hero that looks a lot like this Hero Forge character, and then he just was unrepentantly just like, yeah.
Damn.
Well, he's bold.
Well, he's bold, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like if you're tracing from like another artist, yeah, obviously that's super shitty and bad, and you shouldn't do it. But if you're tracing from like a program like that just does the posing and character for you, which I will note that like if you're tracing from your Forge, A, you're not really learning anything, and B, you're pigeonholing yourself in a very specific art style.
Yeah.
And I don't know, at that point, I guess it's not necessarily immoral, you're just shooting yourself in the foot as far as like your art growth and like, you know, kind of stagnating there.
I'm gonna say I'll pity you more than be mad at you.
Yeah,
Unless
like
you profit off of it, in which case I will be mad.
yeah, or if you're like pushing other artists like who are actually trying their hardest out of the way, like that guy did with me a little bit. Where it's like, okay, now he's being kind of a dick, but like, I don't know, at that point that's just pitiable and sad more than actually like outrageous or offensive to others, I think.
What the fuck is this thing? It's this trophy!
Oh my gosh, yeah, I recognize it. Man, Smash really has introduced me to so many like elements of other games.
That's what it's for.
Surprisingly recognized.
Get him! Get him! Come
Burrowing
on!
snag.
He's gonna pick at your people.
What the fuck? He just
That's a
shot out an
giant
apple.
Anyway, that's all. I agree with everything else that you have said. I think it's fine if it's a training tool. Just like keep it to yourself. Fucking, if you post it, then you're kind of being a dickhole if you don't say like, hey, I learned how to trace from this or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I believe that the original context for which I proposed this banter topic was because I was watching content. It was like a review of like the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise.
Yeah.
And
That's
there,
what it is.
yeah, and there was a point in the video where they talked about Scott Cawthon hired a pair of artists to do like the quote unquote like official art. How do I get these pink Pikmin to stop lifting up this bridge?
I think you just have to whistle them at like a very specific...
High? Like that, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you have to hold it.
Okay. Well, hopefully, there's no way we're gonna make it in time. we got to get over there fast. Anyway, sorry. Scott Cawthon hired 2 artists to be like the official artists for like the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. One of them was like more or less okay, but then the second one was like infamous within the community for doing like really obvious trace work, and also she never really did like regular art pieces like a lot of other members of the community did. She did a lot of like OC commissions, especially lewd OC commissions, and for whatever reason, Scott Cawthon was like, "That's exactly what I want representing this franchise." So I don't know. I was just curious because I obviously I thought that I pretty much assumed what the answer was going to be in terms of like how do you guys perceive tracing, but I thought it would have been an interesting conversation to have regardless, and it was.
I will say, what's wrong with lewd OC? You gotta make money when you gotta make money. And again, you did say the person was tracing, so...
It was it's the tracing that's like the major problem, but it's also the fact that like my nephew really enjoys Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's like even though it's a horror franchise, it is still for kids. And when I say like lewd, I don't mean like I'm using lewd as like a euphemism in this particular context.
Yeah, it was porn.
Literally, yes. This is...
I mean, it's still... It's not like...
You're not actually going to make the
doubt.
argument that it's okay for children to be looking at porn of a video game
No,
franchise.
no, that's not okay, obviously. But
I know
I'm saying
that's not what you're getting at, but I need to know that that's not what you're getting at.
No, it's this like most most FNAF fans aren't gonna be digging specifically to the individual artist art history in order to find that sort of stuff, especially children.
Kids are scary.
Look at this cool nunchuck video I posted.
It was pretty
It's sick
sick.
as fuck. Yeah. It reminds me of the Bruce Lee video where he had
He's playing
nunchucks
ping pong?
and he has that, but he had a strip of like sandpaper attached to the end of his nunchucks, and they would throw matches.
And he
at
would
him,
light the
and
matches?
He would light them, in the air.
Holy crap, that's awesome!
I mean,
Yeah, it's
I've seen
sick
that
as hell.
video before.
isn't that from like the series that was just like promotional commercials where there was like, edited?
I don't know. It's
Conceptually still very cool. There's one video where he plays ping pong using nunchucks and wins. Again,
Yeah, that one,
that
too.
series where it's a commercial.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I forgot what that fruit is.
That's
I mean,
ruined my
that's-
day.
It's a searing acid shock, Jesse.
I mean, I don't know. This could be a conversation topic. Like, does something being staged or edited make it less cool? Because I think
Yes.
that. Well, I still think it doesn't make it completely uncool. I still think that there are just concepts that can
That's
be cool
not what
just
you
by
said,
being.
though. You said, does it make it less cool?
Okay, you know what? That's a good point. I'll say, does it make them completely invalid?
No.
Right, which is my stance. I would tend to think that it oftentimes doesn't even make it that much less cool at all. I think it's still pretty cool, even if it's not like.
For a second, the done, when they said nicely
Insect
done,
condo!
almost construed it as a clone.
Sorry, Saba. I didn't mean to
It's
yell over you.
extruded as a clone.
No, me and Zach, like, whatever. It's okay. The word went away, so my point, none of you guys will know. You'll never see
But
it.
I saw the name.
Ever
What
again.
did you say? I talked over you. Just tell me what you said.
I did. It wasn't the name. The thing before said like nicely done, but like the done because of like the way the font is looked like clone to me for a sec.
Nicely clone.
Nice clone.
See, if you guys could just clone the fruits, we wouldn't have problems.
If we could just,
That's
if we had
true.
cloning technology, we wouldn't have the fucking hunger problem to begin with, because we would just make Soylent Green.
I think if
you-
we
don't
had
you have
cloning, we would have a lot more problems than we do now.
Don't
Just
you have
different
cloning
problems.
via Pikmin? Aren't you already
Holy
cloning
shit,
things?
you're right. We could just eat the Pikmin.
I was gonna say, are Pikmin edible? They're
I don't
fiber.
Well,
Sure, why not?
They do have eyes.
Wait, no,
That's
but
weird.
you have to but in order to make
Put a
Pikmin,
fish
it's not
and
cloning, because in
animals.
order to make Pikmin, you need to sacrifice a lot of organic matter.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
think of how many Pikmin we got for mulching up that one giant, like, big-lipped boss that we fought earlier. We got like 6 Pikmin from that.
no, you didn't. You got like 30.
Nah, it was like 4.
It was like 1. It was like a half a
It was
Pikmin.
like half
it just
a
was the stem.
Pikmin. He was
It was
just
just the
he was
stem.
very short.
I mean,
do
all of them
think
got
that-
stored into the onion. That's
Hey,
why.
Grant, you're leaving soon, right?
I am.
How did you? Give me an out of 10 for today's stream.
For today's stream.
Yeah.
All right, here's my review.
out of
I didn't
10.
partake
Give me your
in it,
review
but,
of
you know.
today's stream, since you participated in
Alright.
today's stream,
Hold
and,
on, let's
and
know
there
this. He
go
didn't
are allowed to
participate in
critique it.
this.
I had Adrian's mic a little loud, so that's gonna be knocked down a couple
You're gonna
points.
dock me points for Adrian's might be too loud on your system.
Hang on, the stream is not just you; it's also him.
You're the one in
I
charge.
don't
Zach.
know. We had some pretty good conversations. There was a lot of talking. Game seems okay.
It's a lot of talking with a negative.
Really,
It's like-
really can't complain too much.
A lot of
7.5 out of 10.
kumquat talk.
5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
What the fuck? Oh,
Really can't
7.5.
complain.
I thought you said 0.5
Really
out
can't
of 10, and
complain.
I was like, what the fuck?
I
Can't
mean,
complain
hey,
too much. A lot to love here.
I mean,
7.5.
we did have a conversation, Zach, where you were like, yeah, I'll give things 5 out of 10s pretty frequently because that's like average.
Did I say
Yeah.
5 out of 10? I thought because normally I give things like a 7 out of 10.
No, you specifically, we had this conversation where you're specifically like, well, 7 out of 10 is supposed to be above average. It's more than half. So, like, I'll give things 5 out of 10 should be like you pretty usual. So you gave this, you had this stance, and I was weirded out at the time because I was like, oh, I guess I'm used to American grading where like 7 out of 10 is like C or average. But you were like, no, it should be 50% should be average.
I feel like this conversation might have been taken a little bit out of context, but I'm still gonna trust you on this.
It was a long time ago, to be fair. Maybe you've changed your view.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if my view has ever changed because, like, I always give things a 7 out of 10. Like,
I'm incorrigible.
I almost feel like I would have argued the idea. What the fuck? I feel like I almost would have argued the idea of 5 out of 10 should be average, but it's not.
That sounds similar. I don't. Like I said, a long time ago.
It's fine. Either way. Oh, dude, look at these raspberries. They look disgusting. They're just kind of like singular objects.
It's because the lighting is gross on them right now.
Oh, that's a good point. Did Grant already leave?
Yes,
Yeah.
He did. Oh, right. There's a Jesse in the call. I forgot.
it's a me.
It's a Jesse. Oh, hey, look at that.
To me, Jazz.
It's, look at me, it's Jays. Gotta go home.
Look at these.
Don't say that.
How dare you?
Jesse just whips out his fucking sick guns. Look at these.
I thought you were gonna say that Jason's gonna whip something else out.
But then why would he say these? Oh, I guess maybe it's testicles. That makes sense. I am
You got
quite
the joke.
upset that I am quite upset that I'm not going to be able to go back to GDC for a while, because despite all the problems that I have previously reported with like me going and how expensive it was and stuff, and like the nightmare that was like being in San Francisco for an extended period of time, it was still like a really fun experience, you know, especially the show floor.
Conventions.
Well, it's not a convention, it's a conference. It's different.
It's a convention.
It's literally a conference. Oh, and there's a spider.
There's the corpse.
The corpse of the spider. Hey, where's the
I
rest
hate
of the
that
fruit?
spider more than the giant daddy long legs.
It looks like a spider, whereas the daddy long legs just kind of looks like a toy.
With a nice set of hair. I want to reiterate.
Can I get over here? I cannot.
And the flying Pikmin lift you like they do in Smash.
No.
If they could, the entire
False
game would be busted
advertising.
wide open. It's kind of like how in the new Kirby game, you can't actually like infinitely fly with your like hover jump anymore because they realized that would just completely break the game.
I mean, they realized this like in the 90s with Kirby 64, so.
What are you talking about? I was playing a totally legit version of Planet Robobot just the other day, and you could fly like all the way up to the top of the screen.
Yeah, but that's not Kirby 64.
Oh, Kirby 64. I didn't know what you were talking about. I believe you. Fuck. No! Shit.
Played yourself.
I did.
Damn.
I was just trying to spin around. What is the next banter topic? We got an hour left. This feels like a really like busy stream. I feel like we've done a lot.
Here, that's why.
I don't think we actually have that many banner topics left.
Who uses LinkedIn actually?
Besides just being like a little
What the fuck?
networking thing, I see people use it like a lot. Like, and I think we've talked about this, almost like an professional Instagram kind of thing. And I'm like, bro, I don't even got time for Instagram. You think I care enough to like post on LinkedIn?
Wait a second, Saba. I can't tell unless you're in LinkedIn.
I am in LinkedIn, but like the Instagram, like posting constantly, no. I'm just like my profile, I'm like connect to people, and then that's it. That's as
You
far
do
as I'm
go on
going.
Instagram a lot, though.
I do scroll. I don't post a lot of stuff on Instagram.
I have.
There's a difference.
I don't use Instagram.
I go on Instagram only when people remind me on stream that Lawrence made a post, and then I go back and like it.
I did. I
Or
did
when
notice
we,
that.
when I
It was
send
like
you
during
like a
stream,
meme
you
on
guys were like,
Instagram.
"Oh, is it an animatic for his new thing?" And I was like, "Lawrence posted a new thing? I didn't even see."
The only time I've used
Lo and
LinkedIn
behold.
was to remind myself what everyone on stream looked like so I could draw those images of everyone.
We do got those stylish profile pics.
Yeah.
There you go. I wanted the pink.
But it's just funny that a post, like one of my posts is like a week old already, which by Instagram
Means that
algorithm
it's dead.
standards, it's dead.
Dead at the
Suddenly
doorbell.
suddenly I get like one more like, who's this? It's just Zach. I'm like, all right.
With my profile picture, just being like, hey,
Yeah.
how's it going? Once again, I love all the posts. I mean, it's not like a lot, but I like the posts on Lawrence's account where it's just people being like, DM me.
Yeah,
You want to buy follows? Just like, lol.
God, no. I appreciate the offer, but I also don't appreciate your offer.
So why is it that the... Hold on, I need to wait for you to kill that spider.
Easy.
Alright,
So why is it you just leave the spider corpse? Oh, you can take it. Okay, you didn't take it last time, so I was like, oh, you
The
can't take
one
it?
where I saved the flying Pikmin, I couldn't take the corpse. I tried, it wouldn't let me.
Dang.
Because that was a story.
Okay, let's see. How many to hear? Yes! Yes! No!
It's just that one.
Yeah,
It's time
Why
for
those guys get
battle.
kept under there?
Time for
Get
battle.
him! Fucking whoop him!
So here's another stream topic: is post game better, and do you need post game?
Ah! This was this is a topic that I
One's
thought.
still alive.
Oh my god, there's a
Who's
couple
still
that are
alive?
still alive.
Who's still alive?
All of my fucking rock Pikmin are picking things up and leaving. Anyway, sorry. Not a whole lot. Oh my god, tangent real quick before I get to that topic. Hey Lawrence, I don't know how often you actually go on Reddit nowadays, but I only just learned today that you can actually just filter out subreddits so you don't have to like interact with them,
you
period.
can?
Yeah. If
Really?
you log in if you log in underneath where it says login, it's like when depicting or when showing r/all, show all subreddits based on their popularity, excluding these ones, and then it just allows you to put in any subreddit you want. I put in like
Oh my
fucking
God.
80 today. It was
I
so
was
nice.
gonna say, I'm gonna tear apart so many subreddits.
I don't have to look at any more of the fucking racist political compass memes or shit post crusaders. I don't have to look at all the fucking vapid the office memes that people do. It's like, oh, it's so nice. I just fucking killed all
or
of them.
Sunny in Philadelphia memes. Like, I'm sure the show's good. I don't watch it though.
I
Get
don't
out of my
watch it.
feed.
None of these jokes make any sense to me. They're gone. All of the Formula One garbage that's been hitting the front page, that's all gone.
I just don't use all. Just go to the dedicated subreddit you want.
Well, because the thing is that I do like seeing posts from things that I don't necessarily follow. Because I think the only subreddits that I actually follow right now are like game development subreddits, where it's people posting like their pixel art or like their indie projects or whatever. You know, just because like those are the things I actually want updates from, like actual notifications. But beyond that, sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going. But beyond that, I like just going to r/all and just scrolling, you know, because like I want to say like probably 6 times out of 10 previously it was something where I would click on it and be like, oh, that's like kind of neat, kind of nifty. I didn't know that I would like this post. But then I don't know, there would just be there were so many. Like it was fucking, I think it was like on the it was the front page of r/all like 2 days ago. It was a post from Political Compass Memes where it was a guy being like, every quadrant's ideal woman to date. And all 4 like women in the quadrants were so fucking racist. And it was just the sort of thing where I was like, why is this on the front page? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Free speech.
Fuck you. Not you, but like them. I just killed Jesse.
No, I was choking on my drink.
You were choking on your free speech. But anywho. But yeah, sorry. So back to the actual topic, which is what Adrian was bringing up. It was a conversation where it was just one of those vapid ones where people were discussing like, what is the best video game that came out within the last 2 years or whatever. Just one of those types of topics. And
The Witcher 3.
no.
Move on.
But one of the arguments that quite a few people brought up, because they were comparing, I think it was like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, which is already a sensitive topic in my opinion. But one of the reasons why somebody said that they liked Breath of the Wild more than Odyssey was because Breath of the Wild technically has like post game, mostly because it's just like a really
that's
large
the original
game.
topic.
Sorry.
I forgot that was the original
That
topic.
was the original topic, yes.
I lost it too.
Anyway.
But we're back then.
We're back. We circled the wagons. Everything's fine. But anyway. And so, and you know, that's fine. Like, once again, like, people have their preferences, and I also really enjoy a post game. We know that because we played Explorers of Sky just recently, but, and by recently I mean like literally a year ago. But one of the one of the people in there said it was just one comment, and so this is like literally a just one guy argument. But the guy was like, yeah, if a game doesn't have post game, I don't play it, period.
That just seems
And it was such
stupid?
it was such a weird like position to have, in my opinion, because it's just like, once again, you're allowed to like post game, but just the idea of like, do you really need post game in these sort of things? Because like Mario Odyssey technically does have post game. After you beat Bowser, you have all of the moon levels that you
have
can
literally
do.
900 moons after.
Exactly. And so it was the sort of thing where it's just like, oh well, that doesn't count because there's not like a secondary narrative conclusion to the game. And it's like, well then what the fuck is post game? I guess.
Well, that guy doesn't play fighting games then.
I will say, I will like bring this up. One of the things that like makes it difficult for
going?
me sometimes to
That's
finish
underwater.
good games is that, right, once technically the idea of like you're experiencing this game, right, and once you finish the game, technically your like experience finishes, right? So sometimes that makes it difficult for me to be like, but I don't want to finish this game because I'm like having such like a great time with it. And sometimes if you have like post game allows, now it doesn't, I don't know if it needs to be like a full-on narrative, okay, that aside, but like sometimes post game allows like, I guess, the brain to be like, okay, you may have finished this experience, but you're not technically done. Like you're going back in, you're still gonna have more time, like, to be in the world and stuff like that. So I guess on that end, like you could bring like that into it, which I have a little bit more understanding with that. But like it being like a direct yes or no, I do still continue to think is a little weird.
I think it was a Sonic game, I want to say, where like they did a fake out where like maybe like 30 minutes of the game you get like the credits, but then I think that was Sonic Boom that did that, where like 30 minutes of the game you get credits and then it's like, nah, just kidding, now you have the entire rest of the game. It's like another verse of gameplay. And I'm just wondering if that would qualify in that case. I'm wondering if that would qualify in that guy's mind of like, oh well, I got the credits, but then there's a conclusion to that. It's like, no, it's just a fake out. Like that's clearly just a fake out.
Your Outer
Like,
Wilds. You get the secret ending.
Oh yeah, the multiple secret endings that just give you credits to a kazoo. Oh,
That's
that
it.
is
The
kind of
game's
true.
over.
I have a hard time with just post game in general, just because once I finish a story, I'm done. It's my time to wind down.
I do think there is something to post game in certain games where like you can. In certain games where like after you beat the game, you're like way more powerful and have all these abilities and stuff that you want to like parade around the game or whatever. I think that is fine. I don't think it's necessary, but I think in games where like you don't get the final power to rep for the final boss, like I think it's pretty cool. Like, I don't know. Metroid Dread, I thought it was a great game, or at least it looked like one. I didn't play it, but I watched a playthrough of it. But like, you get like you get a bunch of cool powers for the final boss, and like, you know, if you had a chance to parade those around, you kind of do with like the very ending scene where you're running around. But like, I think it would be cool if you had another thing to like show off your powers or whatever. I don't think it's necessary, but I think that would have added like, I don't know, another few points to the game in my mind. Like out of 100, like maybe a few decimals of fractions of points. I'm very neutral on this topic, but I do think that was an extreme stance. I have no particular strong feelings one way or the other.
feelings one way or the other. Well, because once again, I've already established that this was a one guy argument, so it's like it's not a major opinion that anybody like actually shares. But like, I'm thinking about it, and it's just like obviously if a game has post game, I would call that gravy, because that's just cool, you know, like that's just great. I love it. But then if it doesn't have post game, that's not a detriment. That's not negative. And I think that everybody here shares that opinion.
Yeah, I would agree.
Dude, just die! He's so tough. Oh my god.
Because you didn't smack him with a rock.
I tried. The rocks just got caught in the thing. God. Anyway. So yeah. No, the rocks! What happened?
Rocks.
Oh, he's gone.
What did I do?
Yo,
did I do
Yo,
that?
he's stuck. He doesn't know what to do.
He's so confused. No.
I need the bridge piece.
Those guys are just in the water.
Can I just
Are
throw
they
this
being
here, or
eaten
can I
by
not do that yet?
On whatever that is.
I can't just throw them, I guess. Anyway. But yeah. Post game. There's a lot of games that I can think of where it's like I would have loved for there to have been a post game, like Adrian literally just mentioned this, but I'm gonna use like an actual term called victory lap. Of like, dude, I would absolutely adore having a victory lap in so many different games. Just an opportunity to just flex on the game and just be like, look at all of the powers I have. Look how good I am at like moving around the environment. That'd be really cool. But you don't get that a lot.
Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, that reminds me when I was
Do you
playing
do that in Mario
Sifu.
Galaxy?
You
Victory
do
laps?
unlock Luigi.
You unlock Luigi.
Let's go, Luigi!
But yes,
Well,
sorry,
yeah, this
Lawrence.
victory lap. This reminds me, like when I finished beating the game the first time around with finished playing Sifu, I was like, all right, now I know the ins and outs of the games. I unlocked some new skills, how to do it again and whoop everyone's ass, and then I die many times.
Oh,
Still, like, ooh,
woof.
that shit's still hard.
Can I admit something kind of embarrassing? I am still getting like a small trickle of like serotonin just thinking about how like when I go and browse Reddit tonight, I don't have to worry about all the stupid subreddits anymore.
Man.
And I'm embarrassed because it's such a little thing, but it's like, dude, oh. It's like learning that it's like learning that you can like blacklist certain words or phrases on Twitter, and tweets with that word or phrase will just not appear, period.
Damn.
There's a lot of Pikmin out, I guess. I didn't realize that there was a lot of Pikmin out. I think I'm about
Where's
to
your
lose a lot.
boys?
I'm about to lose a lot of Pikmin, I think.
Where's your boys?
I don't know, where are
The
they?
boys ain't here.
Oh, it's these flying ones!
Are they stuck in the web?
They shouldn't be. What web?
Oh no, okay. They're coming.
Oh my god, there's a bunch of black ones too. No! Alright, well they're super dead. There's no way they can make it back in fucking 6 seconds. It's like 20 something. It's like 20 something Pikmins.
When you just leave the whole army out,
I
just
forgot!
watch them all get massacred.
I forgot! No! Pikmin, no! Oh shit. We're gonna skip the animation here for no particular reason. Nope, skip. Yeah, there you go, everything's fine.
when you see Pikmin extinction for the first time, man.
It's sad.
Especially in the first game, man.
Look at all this new fruit. A juicy gaggle.
I have a comment or a topic I can bring up that I thought of thinking about Pikmin. How do you guys feel about games where you have a time limit over the entire main plot of the game to fulfill?
It depends.
Wilds.
I think it's really cool when it's done well, and fucking shitty and stressful when it's done poorly.
I was gonna say, because I never got into Pikmin. A big part of it was just like the first game. You have a time limit, right? And that stressed me out. It's like, oh, I don't want to fail. I'm not going to be fast enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not fast enough. And then same with Luigi's Mansion, where I'm like, I'm not fast enough to do this game to get the good ending. I'm going to be really slow and bad at it. And like, I don't know. That element of some games has genuinely deterred me from playing them, just because I'm that scared of running out of time.
It depends. I think Pikmin does a good job of doing it because in Pikmin 1 you had a 30-day time limit, and on average you should be able to finish the game by day 24 or something.
So it's like pretty well mapped out.
Yeah.
That is like way too close for me personally, because like the only game I've played that I enjoyed that had time limit was Fallout 1. The premise of that is that you have a year to get water filter replacement parts for your vault. The game takes maybe 4 months, so you finish like at very
So you
most
have
if you're
tons
real
of
slow.
time.
Exactly. There's a time limit, but you're not gonna hit it unless you're explicitly trying to hit it.
Like speaking specifically on Pikmin, when I played this the first time, like a year and a half ago or whatever, the limit is just whether or not you run out of food, right? Like whether or not you run out of juice bottles. And so I had like built into my own psyche the pattern of like, fuck the objective, fuck anything else, get every single piece of food I possibly can first, so that way I build up an enormous stockpile, and then I can just vibe. You know, I can just enjoy the game after that point. And as you can see, I have 41 days worth of food.
Meanwhile, Pikmin 2, you just don't have a time limit.
You didn't?
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
The whole point of Pikmin 2's first half is so that you can recover your debt, because your president was like, yeah, I spent all the funds. I don't know. We lost all our funding because Louis.
Yeah,
Louis ate. He ate the product.
He ate the thing he was supposed to ship. And then when you ask him about it, he gets mad.
Damn.
Like I said, Louis is the actual like villain of the Pikmin series.
What are some other games with overarching time limits?
I was about to ask the same thing, yeah.
Of? I can think of 3. Pikmin 1. No, I can think of 2.
Pikmin 1,
and
Pikmin
Fallout.
3, and Fallout 1.
Pikmin 1 and Fallout 1. That's all I can think of.
There was a not in the same vein as this, obviously, but there was a game that came out, I want to say it would have been like 4 or 5 years ago, where the entire purpose of the game was that the creators were trying to act like it was like a big bold thing that they were doing, and the basic over-under was that no matter what, within 90 days of the game being released, all save files and the existence of the game itself would be wiped from Steam. And I think it was like an action game about like trying to get out of the underworld with like as many of your loved ones as possible. And it was literally impossible within a 90-day period to get everybody on the list, so you could only get a certain number of people out. And the idea was that by default, at 90 days of real world time, however many people you saved was the people that you quote unquote rescued, and then the game just fucking deleted itself.
Damn.
I thought that was kind of a neat premise, but the guys who were in charge of that project, They didn't exactly do themselves any favors when it comes to being charming. So that game just kind of bombed out of its mind. But that's an example of one that had a like a time limit associated with it, I guess. But that was just like an indie game. Where do I get bombs on this level, dude?
I forgot.
That's probably fine.
Oh, I think you get the bombs next to the box that you push down.
Okay. I'll just make progress then.
でもすごく大好き。
I don't know, Lawrence, do you have any ideas? Lawrence is muted. Alright, well, moving on. This is... Saba, are you here?
Grape. Individually taking the grapes.
There you go, look at that. And then there's all these guys left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then...
There's
1, 2,
little
3, 4,
pieces of
5.
flooring or walling in the ground.
Dude, it's a Zool!
Pretty nice looking, actually.
Fruit recovered, fruit recovered, fruit recovered.
Did I tell you about the kids that got suspended in my school?
No. You want to tell us about the kids who got suspended in your school? Are you allowed?
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying where my school is or which school it is, so it's fine. But
That's true. What's their
school I work
their
at-
social security number?
542. No, the school that I work at has a program for special ed kids, and 2 of those kids decided to be real smart to vape weed at school.
That's a real smart thing.
They got caught, and the appropriate punishment for both of them was a 1-day suspension.
Sick.
I'm sure they will be regretting how much they don't have to go to school for 1 day.
Yes, because the problem is that for a lot of the kids in our program, they'd like not having to come to school, but
Like,
the
dude,
school
sick.
doesn't. But the school doesn't want them not to come to school because they're already really behind. So it's a lose-lose situation.
See, where did the kids actually failing and staying back a grade go to? Like, where did that go? Like,
Actually,
that
I
feels like an
believe that
actual-
practice literally died when George Bush popularized and passed the no kid left behind
The
legislation.
thing is,
about to
they're
say, yeah.
telling themselves if like no kid left behind was like a bus, right? Or not even that, or if like the school system was like a bus, these people are throwing themselves out of the bus. They're like, I don't want to go with y'all. I don't want to be where you guys are. And it's like, why do we need to drag them back in the bus? Just be like, fine, you can stay back there. There's another bus coming to pick you up in like 30 minutes. You can either get on or never go and never move an inch.
I don't know.
I think I
the
wouldn't
No
mind
Child
that.
Left Behind stuff is very strange because it's like on one hand it definitely like the attempts to like over standardize adolescent education and whatnot has been really detrimental to a lot of people. But on the other hand, it also gave a lot of people the opportunities to get an education that they never would have had otherwise because of like where they lived and whatnot. Because it wasn't just about, not allowing kids to be held back or like having a lot of standardized testing to make sure that people were on par with like some sort of arbitrary system. It also allowed people to have access to schooling that was outside their normal living situation. But it still had a lot of like bad stuff that came along with it, where it's just like, yeah, if those kids don't want to go to school, they clearly need something else other than just suspending them. But once
And- no,
again,
and
you
that's
said it was
why,
special. You said it was special education, so it's like I don't
I
know
don't
what
think
to
with
do in
my
that
program,
situation.
I don't know, that's why I like
Okay, so here's the thing.
I guess.
It's not explicitly special education as in, oh, all these kids have some sort of neurological factor that holds them back. No. Our program is both that, but also kids who have behavioral problems in general. AKA any kid that just doesn't behave correctly or like acts delinquently or, all that. Which I keep saying, There needs to be separate programs for that. That can't be bundled up in one, but we certainly do not have the budget for it, so that's the way it is.
I mean, there's also like to a certain degree, there is like a range of behavior that, you know, you just can't, it's like not acceptable, like regardless. Like you can't be going around screaming everywhere just because like you're upset or like, there has to be like, and obviously
Right.
not everyone can sit in this super quiet classroom and stuff like that.
Louis.
But I don't know, like it almost feels like what some kids are like, this is the only way I can like function. It feels like it's so out of the range of normal, and it becomes almost like unreasonable to like include that within like, man, this is kind of scary. Sorry.
This is a terrifying looking boss.
It's fun though because it's aerial warfare.
I know,
But
perfect. Exactly what I
yeah,
want.
because it's like, Adrian, you know that like in some cases there are some places where, you know, there is like a certain like standard
Discharge
behavior, and
onto-
you know, maybe you can expand it a little bit, but I don't know. I'm sometimes feeling like maybe
That did not work.
like people are asking for like unreasonable amounts of change in there because they can't handle sitting somewhere for like 5 minutes. I don't know. Man, whenever I see this guy, this boss right here, I'm just like, and then I remember Super Mario Galaxy and how nice that Queen Bee character was, and I'm
She was
like,
so nice, dude.
She was so nice that she was playable in Mario Kart.
Really?
I actually did not know that.
Interesting.
Mario Kart 7 for 3DS. The
What the
game
hell is
where
this? What the hell is this guy's problem?
he's getting sucked.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Basically, in Mario Kart 7, they had Queen Bee playable, but they removed Waluigi.
No! That's not equivalent exchange.
Instead,
This is
you
not
got
love.
Queen Bee and Wiggler.
Yeah.
I hope I'm doing this right. Holy shit! Keep going! Go get him. Ba-ba-da-da. Dead. Hell yeah. Do we still get all 100 bees, like, landing?
Yes. The best part.
I remember
The
this because it's like
papaya.
each one only takes one Pikmin to carry.
The papaya.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We got 1 million bees. Go pick them up. Are they so slow?
Why are they so?
I think it's because the game. I think it's because the game is trying to progress. Yeah, see, those guys are going really fast. I think the game is trying to get them to form a line, because otherwise they would all be bunched up.
I want them to get stuck. It'll be funny.
Dude, there's so many. Look at how many there are. It's just a big long chain of bees.
So many fractions.
You have one Pikmin
1 out of
left.
1. 11 out of 10.
Get one bee. You have 4 bees. 4 more bees. Bro.
I kind of just want to wait here because I want to get the rest of the bees.
They're not gonna come back, I don't think.
You don't think so?
No,
I mean, do I
because
really need
it's
the
not-
food? I guess not.
The bees.
We should be a little faster than the big ones, so maybe we'll catch up to the big list that we have going. look at all the fractions, dude.
Math. Papaya.
See, in Saba, now that we're playing Pikmin 3, now you have a better context for why I was so into that Tinykin game, because it's basically just Pikmin, but a platformer.
No, yeah, I can definitely see the resemblances
Little
between
King
these
story.
things, which is, and I think these kinds of things are, on one hand, this is like horrifying to me if you think about it. Like, just imagine all the killing and death parading back to like a ship to which you like take the life forms that which
And you mulch
brutally
them into
murdered,
more
and
Pikmin.
yeah. on one hand, this is horrifying, but on the other hand, it's also a
survival
little.
tactic.
It's pretty cute to have just these guys, like, you know, parading back and stuff. But I don't know. I guess the other thing was more reasonable rather than this, for which we're like just brutally murdering everything.
This is basically a War of the Worlds, but you're
Oh my
the point of view of the
gosh, yes.
aliens.
No.
How much of inspiration do you think that this game took from ants?
Just like ants in real life.
A lot.
Yeah.
You know how
lot, yeah.
horrifying that would be if ants could do this to us?
They can. It just takes
They
a long
could.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
You
rather
literally
than,
rip
rather than
off
20
tiny
Pikmin,
parts
they
of
need
you.
like several thousand million.
There was a thing from a while back. It was just like one of those, like, when I say a while back, it would have been literally over a decade. But it was like one of those Facebook posts where it's just people being like, "This is crazy, whoa!" But the long and the short of it was a news story of a guy who went to sleep in Florida and then woke up and the tip of his finger was gone, like from the second knuckle, it was just gone. And it turns out that it had vanished because not carpenter ants. What are the ants that have like the really huge mandibles?
Wait.
Fire.
Jaw?
Not fire ants. It was something. It wasn't carpenter. It was like an
I
aggressive.
think it's Jawbreaker. That's
Sure,
what
I'm about to
they're
say if you
called.
can find
Jesus
something like that.
Christ.
But anyway, the long and the short of it was that a trio of those types of ants had severed through his finger and then carried it back to their nest, and it was just like that's
Jesus Christ.
Oh, they're called trap jaw ants. That's what they're
trap
called.
jaw.
Oh, good.
Analyzing recovered.
I'm glad Louis got put in. Could you imagine if the Pikmin just like, oh, he's dead? They put Louis in the fucking engine.
They juice him, and the
Yeah.
juice that comes out is
it
like pure
this
red.
ant?
No, it was like because that's the one where it like snaps forward and locks on and grabs to something. It was like imagine an ant, but it had like it's kind of straight like that actually. It kind of looked like that, but just straight out and serrated.
Oh, what are they called?
If you want, you probably had enough time Pikmin now to go back and grab the rest of the ants or bees or whatever.
You're true, and I have a lot of time left in the day.
Oh, they're
I think this is
probably
the end of the
leaf cutter.
list, right?
It's probably the leaf cutter ants.
God, could you imagine leaf cutter ants just severing off like pieces of your
Okay,
body?
let's not talk about this. I don't want to think about that, please.
You don't want to, or you can't think about it. Hey,
I don't want
where's
to.
where's the fucking bombs, dude? There's got to be bombs here somewhere because there's a pair that's just sitting right there.
I think they're like, it's by one of the boxes you pushed over.
By one of the boxes I pushed over, because I pushed this box, and then there was a box like over here that I pushed. I don't know. We could check here.
Oh, I'm the bug guy.
Bug.
I'm the burger.
I'm the bug.
Banana.
Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if it's maybe buried in here somewhere. One of these.
You know, Zach, before you made that comment, the guy who got his finger cut off, I was gonna say, if you get Pikmin by ants, like you as a human get Pikmin by fucking ants, you kind of deserve it.
True.
If you're an able-bodied person and you let ants Pikmin you, then I don't have to say, man.
I mean, you're probably already dead. So,
Like humans, human society gives us armor against this kind of attack. We have clothes.
Clothes and
Although-
houses. We have armor and fortresses against that exact same thing. Yeah.
although, if you were like around a colony of bullet ants, you probably would die.
That's true.
Damn ants.
They have to catch you first. I don't imagine they can move faster than a human can run.
I don't know about that.
They'll just combine forces.
The bullet. Why do you think they're
Like-
called?
like
Why do you
Power
think they're
Rangers.
called bullet ants? They'll just pick up one of their brethren and shoot them at supersonic speeds.
I mean, they're called bullet ants because their sting hurts like a bullet.
I know, Jesse.
It's a joke.
It's fine. Hey, what do you actually get for the spray? You know the spray that I have over there?
Oh, it basically boosts your Pikmin's like efficiency.
Can it break rock?
No.
Fuck. Well,
They're
where the
not
fuck is
strong
the
enough to do that.
bomb, dude?
Hmm.
Am I misremembering? Are there like bomb Pikmin?
Not
that
in
a thing?
this.
No.
I don't
In
know
another
about the
game?
other games, but definitely not in this.
No. There were never bomb Pikmin.
That'd be funny though.
A
There
Pikmin that was
were
born to die.
enemies in the in the second game that were essentially bomb spiders.
Bomb spiders. Are you shitting me?
Yeah. Like they would
Now-
fall from the sky and then they blow up.
Hang on, let me. Because now I'm just imagining.
I'm trying not to imagine bomb spiders.
Oh, oh my god, there are a lot of. There's more than one. Okay, I was just curious if there were like videos of creepiest Pikmin creatures, and there absolutely are. I didn't realize that'd be a thing, but it makes sense.
Smoky
It is.
Frog.
Well, I don't know. Feel free to post it because I'm not going to be looking for it.
Smoky Frog. That's an enemy. The Smoky Frog was basically a Wollywog, like fetus that like didn't develop, and it's completely toxic.
Like League of Legends toxic or
No, like it's literally made of poison.
Alright, that's pretty toxic.
Like your Pikmin will automatically die after like attacking it a couple times.
Damn.
The
Shame.
reward for beating it though is a little egg worth 100 Pikmin.
Ooh.
Wow.
'Cause it is an optional boss. But it is a boss that once you like attack it, it'll beeline directly to your like base and uproot any planted Pikmin and kill them.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was that last part?
It will beeline directly to your base after you attack it and uproot any planted Pikmin and
That's
kill them.
terrifying. Holy shit.
So it ignores you and just goes to kill all the Pikmin.
Yes.
Wow.
God damn.
Oh, it's on top
What
of
a
the
gamer.
fucking can over here.
Oh, right. That's
We already
another
saw
area.
those. Oop. There
You
we
might have to fight the blowhog.
go. It'll
again.
be fine. I just wanted to get this pair before getting to
This
Louis.
pair that's been taunting you.
Well, because it's like listen, we're gonna be moving on to a new area soon, and I'm like, well, we should probably get going.
This
You
game
know?
is giving Zach despair.
Despair.
I will give you despair. And he hands you a fruit.
And it gives me a singular
A
fruit.
Danganronpa.
I would give you despair. That was good.
Dingus
Danga.
Rumpus.
Oh my god. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this before time runs out.
Nonsense. All you have to do is multitask.
Oh, you're right.
Multitask. Fling yourself over there. You were just talking about bullet ants, right? Can't you emulate them, Zach? Throw your brethren.
What do you mean, my brethren?
Throw the horde.
Holy shit, I didn't realize that there's a frog that the Smoky Frog site references called the Paradox Frog, which has tadpoles of about 11 inches, so almost foot-long tadpoles that shrink into normal-sized frogs when they metamorphosize.
Damn. Paradox tadpoles. That's crazy.
Like foot-long tadpoles that shrink into like frogs that are about like 4 inches long. That's insane. Could you imagine if human babies were like 11 feet tall and then shrunk?
And they shrink down. That'd be
It's insane.
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
takes so long?
Fine.
You mean why?
No, it's fine.
Oh. There's gonna be a brr in a second, and we still gotta carry the pair all the way back, dude.
Fine. Just use your wing Pikmin. They'll be the fastest.
Aren't they like way slower?
Yeah, but they can like go over the river.
Yeah, but there's no river to go over between there and here. Come on. We gotta go. We got no time. Fucking no!
That's the wrong one. Oh no!
We got time.
I feel like you're too close.
Nope.
Okay.
Totally fine. Grab it! Fucking grab it! Okay, we're
Something
moving out.
died. What?
We're
There's
moving
a
out.
ghost.
Come on.
They can make it.
Wow, I'm getting deja vu of that time years and years ago, back when I was still in high school, that I was watching Chugga Conroy play Pikmin. And I went down
yeah.
the Pikmin wiki rabbit
Steve
hole
the
myself.
Trooper.
Yeah.
Steve the Trooper.
What a trooper. Oh, it's been literal years, almost a decade. No, not quite. No, actually, almost a decade. Yeah.
He just finished Xenoblade 2 a while ago.
Stopped watching a while ago, but
And Xenoblade 2 took over like a year or something.
I'd say I hope he's doing good, having fun nowadays. So yeah.
Yo, there's a dude there.
There's one black Pikmin left. What the
Are you
absolute
gonna go get
fuck?
it? Are you gonna go get him?
No, because there's like a billion. Like there's these guys coming in.
See, they came.
26. All right, so
Yeah,
they're
it's
good.
the one dude. Just call him back.
Come on, man.
Is he gonna make it in time?
He's
He'll
coming.
make
I can
it.
see him.
Man, the man's running for his life.
Literally goes on a marathon.
Where do you see him exactly, by the way?
On the map.
On that.
He's like right there.
Oh, okay, there it was. I couldn't tell where.
Oh, he's
It's a
coming.
little gray dot.
He's coming. Oh man! There he is.
It's like this
Good
is
boy.
Yeah!
Good job, lad.
The boy.
He
The
made
boy.
it.
All right, to guarantee that everybody's
Boy
safe,
made it.
everybody gets in there. Man, I would love to see the inside of the onion ship. There's just so many things in there. Holy crap.
I mean, in Pikmin 2, the white and purple Pikmin just lived in your ship because they didn't have an onion.
How so? Were they just mutants?
They were basically Pikmin that were formed underground. Like that was the only way you can obtain them.
So
By
they just don't. So
converting
they just
them-
normally didn't exist above ground. Ergo, didn't have a
Yeah.
onion to live in.
So you just lived in the hull of your ship.
But what would it? Would it cut to the inside of your ship and it's just fucking overflowing with Pikmin?
Basically.
Hey, I just realized where'd they get the stick from?
What's the
That holds all the grapes together. We
They
pulled all
made their
the.
own synthetic one.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
they made their own synthetic, grape stick.
Grape stick.
What else do you call it, man? I don't actually
Stem?
know.
the grape stem?
Is it a stem? I guess it's a
Well,
stem. It's a
Yeah,
plant.
I think that would make sense.
Well,
yeah.
wouldn't it be a vine? Because grapes grow on vines.
Yeah, but
But is
okay.
it-
But where does the vine end?
Hold on.
Does the whole thing count as a vine? When does the vine turn into TikTok? I got a response from Lawrence, and that's good enough for me.
You got me blowing air out of my nose.
Excuse you,
Yeah,
I
that's
heard. If your nose makes
I
that
was wondering how
noise,
technical I could go with this. I don't know.
So Lawrence,
I am, Lawrence.
how excited are you for kunai tomorrow?
Oh, we're gonna be ninja
Rapping.
shit all over the place.
Lawrence was presented a choice between Shantae and the Pirate's Curse and kunai, and he chose kunai. And I don't know whether or not I'm proud or disappointed. All I know is that I really like kunai. So I look forward to that. I think we'll be able to finish that, if not within one session, definitely two. So like when
that
Saba
long?
comes back next week, we'll just finish up kunai and then move on to Yoku's Island Express.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's the plan. And then after that, I'm thinking about forcing you to play Grime.
What the
Grime?
friggity frack is
Let me look
grime?
that up. I don't know if you should be looking it up, Lawrence, but I can
No,
look it up.
you can. If you look it up, just post a picture of it. I talked
believe
about it.
you
You guys,
talked
you guys
about
know what it
this.
is. You just don't recognize the name.
Okay. I remember you talked about this game a bunch, and I've seen you play it.
Do you guys have any tips to make yourself sneeze? Because I've been getting fucking cocked on not sneezing constantly in the last few weeks.
When I
one
want
in
to
those
sneeze,
here.
I will take my thumbs and kind of like bring them close, but not exactly touching to my nostrils, and then I just hum. I just go.
Did that just work?
Wow.
More demonstration right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Oh, we're seeing two demonstrations now.
it hurts. Ow.
He
What do you mean it
unleashed
hurts?
all of the helmet uses.
Oh.
Wow.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna pull that bit that you pulled on all
Look.
those kids, some of them bash their heads into each other. I thought you were gonna say, just take your thumbs and jam them into your eye sockets.
And that's how you sneeze.
Yeah.
By the way, Louis, the guy that we just rescued from the bees, he stole all of our juice. All
No.
like 50 days worth or whatever.
You some bitch.
I was gonna
Your rubber
say,
ducky has also gone AWOL, Captain.
do people like Louis?
No. Jesse?
Louis.
Yeah, isn't that his name? Larry, Louis,
Yeah.
villainous pig. Can I rescue our juice within the 10 minutes that I have to finish the game? Probably not, but I'll try.
I believe. Wait.
What?
I believe you don't get the juice back until you fight the boss.
Fuck.
So you have to find at least one fruit.
What was I at? I was at 35. It's 35 and 35, so that's 70. So I need 15 and 15. There you go.
You can have a max 100. I was gonna say, what if you could just bring all of your Pikmin with you at all times?
And then beat the shit out of Louis.
Wait, this is where you get the blue boys.
This is where we get the blues. Bluebies. That's what they called them in Avatar. Anyway, I am very surprised by how much I enjoyed today's stream. Not because I don't typically enjoy stream, but because right before stream started, I was getting my ass whooped in Yahtzee. So I thought I was gonna come to
Very cool.
stream. I thought I was gonna come to stream in like a really bad mood.
No, I have Pokemon Yahtzee.
What the fuck is Pokemon Yahtzee? Is it literally just Yahtzee, but like Pokemon on the
Pokemon.
dice?
Yeah.
Hands.
Ditto's broken because he can be anything.
Isn't the bad ending of Pikmin 1 where you become a Pikmin?
Yes, that's the bad ending.
That's fucking horrifying.
Because you didn't make the time limit of retrieving all your ship parts.
That's fucking horrifying, Jesus Christ.
The Pikmin save you with the only way they know how to.
To turn you into a Pikmin. Okay, we got a bunch of juice over there. Did we already do this area? Because there's a bunch of stuff knocked over.
You broke the wall down.
Oh, this is a level we already did. I didn't even realize. Okay, well, he went this way. I guess we should go this way. Oh, and he blew up the big, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
He blew
The
up
blue
the big
boys.
concrete wall that was here. Excuse you, what the fuck?
Bro.
I'm still stuck on Pikmore. That's like straight up some fucking horror, like creepypasta shit. That's creepy. I don't like it. Why is Pikmin so scary?
I don't like it.
Why is Pikmin so scary?
I mean, Kirby defeats Eldritch gods, so
On a
Hey,
daily basis.
hey. I don't know why, but I still feel better about Kirby rather than seeing these guys dragging lifeless corpses back to a ship.
Because Kirby just consumes the lifeless corpses. It's a lot more. It's a lot more like sanitary.
But we don't know if they're actually living in a universe inside of them. Okay.
We definitely can tell whether or not that's the case.
It's Kirby is just like a black hole, right? We don't actually know what's on either side of the black hole.
Don't we know what's inside Kirby at this point? We might not. You might be right.
I'm pretty sure they showed it in the cartoon show where it's like a big void thing.
yeah, it's like a giant void.
But I don't know
So,
if that's any
Kirby,
better.
you need to find the apple to Wispy Woods in order to bring Wispy Woods back.
That poor butterfly just, you know, chilling on that flower. You threw your people at him. He's dead now. His life is over. What if he had family, you know? What
The
if, you know, he
butterfly?
was going to be part of the giant migration
Listen,
into, like, you know, those
all right,
fantastic...
you're being a little over dramatic. There was an achievement, so I had to kill him.
Oh, the achievement, huh?
I'll stop. I'll stop bringing that up by next week. I promise.
All I'm saying is, you did your first playthrough. All bets are off. Come on, why would I make the same choice the second playthrough? People
Why
are
would you
going
do
to
a
not
second
just-
playthrough so that way you could do the bad choice, the evil choice?
Maybe if you enjoy the game. No.
Experience it.
I will say I played Disco Elysium.
Thank you, Jesse. Experience it.
I will say I played Disco Elysium twice and I made almost the exact same choices both times.
Oh well, that doesn't prove my point at all.
That does not prove my
I feel
point,
sad.
ergo I do not want to hear it.
Yeah, ergo it doesn't exist. I don't know. I just like Disco Elysium a lot. I think it's a fun game.
I'll
No.
have to do a second playthrough. Yeah.
Why does it say Field 86?
Because you have the blue boys.
There's only one blue boy. And I haven't even picked him up yet. There you go. Grab him.
Man, your Pikmin were almost dumb enough to disband into the water.
Into the water. Finally, the fucking blue Pikmin, dude.
Let's go.
They have mouths, which means they can speak.
Don't say that.
Wouldn't that make them more susceptible to drowning?
Good
Their
point.
mouth also functions as gills.
Oh, okay.
Why would their mouth function like a gill? Wouldn't it just function like a mouth?
Maybe it's a gill mouth.
Do Pikmin eat?
They do eat. They eat the nectar.
That is
Oh.
true. We
So
have
you
seen
do
that.
have, so they don't they can starve to death.
Why are you always so
You're telling
focused
me.
on the negative? You know?
You know, sometimes some people just remind me of all the
Pikmin.
negative stuff, and I
Pikmin
had to go
communism.
that direction. Talk about
Pikmin
ants
communism.
eating people's brains, and you know, I don't know. It just leads me down a dark path.
Who said anything about ants eating people's brains?
I don't even. I may have cut you off. I think that's what you said, but you said ants slicing off and eating, and
Their
then I just said,
finger!
I don't want to hear any of it.
They're slicing off your
It's just
finger,
your
Saba!
finger.
Nothing else! Come on!
I don't
Focus,
want
dude!
Thingy. Bingy. Oh.
Oh, you're
Bingy.
so okay with that.
Ooh,
How about
Bingy,
you go after
Bingy.
your fingy too?
Oh, Bingy.
Yes.
Bingy.
Fingy, uh-oh,
Oh,
fingy,
fingy.
uh-oh. Holy shit. See how much damage that did?
Look, those were its babies,
I mean-
and you just killed its parents.
Oopsie thingy.
Shut up.
Wow,
the funny
Zach.
part
You're
is-
killing families. You're destroying families.
The funny part is the dwarf Bulborb is not related to the spotty Bulborb.
What, they're not, that wasn't its kid?
Nope.
That was just a thing that exists?
Yeah.
Why does it look like the... What?
Why does it look like a smaller version?
Yes!
I don't know.
Is it like carcinogation, whatever it's called?
Where it
Carcinization?
just keeps turning into Bulborbs?
I
Yeah,
believe
that's the natural
Olimar
peak
made
form.
this observation in the first game. He's like, that's kind of weird.
It is, he's correct.
I was gonna say it's the whole thing where like that it's just such an efficient form that multiple things become it.
Okay, we gotta throw some people. They're there.
Oh right, Pikmin
Fuck.
2 had one more type of Pikmin, technically.
Mushman?
No, not the Mushman. It was the Bulbmin.
Oh no.
So the
This sounds
Bulbmin,
bad.
the Bulbmin are basically parasitic Pikmin that infected the Bulborb. So you
This sounds
essentially use
bad.
Bulborbs as Pikmin.
That doesn't sound good.
And you can use the Bulborbs to bring back their leader Bulb and convert them into treasure.
I don't want to think of Pikmin as parasitic.
Have you been
Always
paying
have
attention to the game so far?
No, they're just friendly little guys, right? That's their own
They're
thing.
just for little guys. Come on.
They never did anything wrong. They never hurt nobody.
Pikmin did
Although-
nothing wrong. You heard it here
The weird
first.
part about Bulbmin is that you just can't bring them back to the surface. So it's best to just convert them to another type of Pikmin.
That's bad.
You shall be converted.
Their advantage is the fact that they're immune to all hazards. Except for
That's a big
explosion.
advantage.
Except for explosions.
I mean, Don't tell me there are Pikmin that are immune to explosions.
No.
Are the red guys? Okay, thank God.
No, the red guys are only immune to fucking fire.
How common is fire in this game?
There are entire enemy types that just deal fire.
Incredible.
Holy shit.
So not only do we kill all land animals, but we're also gonna kill all the water guys as well.
Look, man, they're in their
Man,
domain.
we really are the aliens who are just gonna take
It's a
and destroy
survival
everything to take resources for ourselves.
I mean, the Pikmin were there.
Yeah, but the Pikmin are here, dude. Like, they exist.
Like, before Olimar came, they were basically going to be an extinct species.
I think the distinction
Well,
here
in
is
order
just
to
that
bring
the
it back,
Pikmin
we're
had
just gonna
this
make every
capacity
other-
for evil the entire time.
But they never did anything until you showed up.
Right,
they
it's
have
called
no intelligence.
mobilization, alright?
Well, okay. So, Jesse, you're saying it's okay to, like, I don't know, revitalize all Pikmin at the expense of making everything else extinct.
Sure.
Okay, let me ask, how many Pikmin does Olimar start with in Pikmin 1?
He starts out with 1.
Really? I thought it was 10.
No, it originally starts out as 1 Pikmin.
How do you get? I guess.
Because he discovers the onion at the crash site, and it produced a singular seed.
Wow. Incredible. The seed of what is to
Can
be.
you? Because I know in the original games you can attack things as yourself. Can you still do it in this game?
Yeah, he can.
Does
Ow,
the
a
green guy
button.
do more damage because he's bigger?
No.
Oh.
Thing.
But he's bigger.
Oh!
I didn't expect that.
Yes, the mini boss that you just encounter everywhere.
Is there more than
Oh,
one
we're
of that?
like we're like
There's
overtime.
like, yeah.
My bad. I could
Yeah,
probably
overtime.
just suspend this for a bit. I mean, it's gonna be like an entire week. That's fine. Stop that.
Just
There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
that was funny.
Well, that was the stream.
Pikmin.
Good job, everybody. Good work.
Pikmin Bree.
Lawrence, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. What time
What
are we meeting
time?
tomorrow? We're doing.
I don't know. I lost track of time.
I about to say we kept shifting the time for Jesse and Grant. What was the last thing we did for you guys? Because originally we were meeting at 11 p.m. your or 11 a.m. your time. Do you want to meet at noon? So like 3 my time.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. All right, cool. Let's do that. Good night, everybody. I'll be seeing some or most or all of you next week. Oh wait, if Grant's going to GDC now, he didn't. I'll talk to him on Zoom. Anyway, all right. Good night, everybody.
Now, bye.